Right, hello everyone and welcome to what I believe is round number 16. I want to say we're on round number 16 here at Singapore. We're in the wet, so a wet qualifying. It's going to make these lap times a fairly long one. Already quite a challenging track, so yeah, this is going to become really interesting now. Also, intermediate tyres, not full wets. If we go on board with Cohen, we can kind of see. It's pretty wet out there. It is pretty wet. I might have to up the game sound a little bit. Change audio levels around here and there. I'm hoping they're all still all right. But going out on track at the moment. Same in Liam. We've got a full grid, so a full 20, as well as Boss Cookie, a new face. And then you kind of got your usuals that we all know at this point. Pretty much everyone turns up. I think Boss Cookie is the only new one. Got Cohen, we got Ryan, we got Ross, we got Cole, Liam, Kean, Dylan. Kean was having a little bit of a wobble coming out the pit lane there. Dylan, Phil, Ryan, Aston, Tyler, Harry, Matt, Richard, Josh, Looney Moo, Lee, Sil, and Dan. So pretty much we got everyone as per expected. Yeah, nice intermediate conditions for this qualifying session. Going to make it very tricky. Not a lot of room for error. But yeah, let's get going. I'm excited for this one. Singapore, I don't know if it's going to be wet in the race or not. If it is, that is gonna races. Oh, okay. I've just been told. I'm just gonna get rid of preview, just improve FPS. Race is dry at the start with one box out of the 4 raining. The third box, we might get some rain. Maybe 3/4 of the way through the race, going off what Josh is saying. You know how we kind of have the 4 boxes. Apparently the third one have some rain, so that could be interesting. You alright, Ryan? Good evening. I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be very fun. Alright then, Cohen is beginning his lap. We're going on board with him. Rain never looks as bad in the outside shots. Obviously, when you ride on board, you can see how tricky it is. The game looks nice though with the lights off all the buildings. Looney Moo is already out of the session. That's going on to the DRS straight. So we're already down to 19 for qualifying. The car's just despawned, but it was literally just here on the left. We might be able to see some debris potentially. I don't see anything, but that's where they crashed on the minimap. Bit of a lock-up, obviously. Everyone's going to be getting used to the wet. Most people, I would assume, have been doing their practice in the dry. Dan is also out of the session. Down. Is he retired in the pit lane? He might have had a back row start. But I did see a yellow flag in the middle sector momentarily, so there might have been there as well. I will check the stewards. Just in case. Steward's decision. Do we have any back row starts for this race? I don't believe so. Yeah, no, so I think Dan has unfortunately crashed. I think he might be in the yellow flag in the middle sector. Anyway, Cohen hasn't binned it so far. Not that I haven't been paying full attention as I was just checking some final things. But it's looked cleanest. Maybe a lock up here or there, but as Tyler is also now out. Is that also down? Where? If we get on board with teammates, Kean just passed it. Who's next to cross? We've got a Williams of Ryan. Oh, that's coming out of the tunnel in towards a very tight hairpin. That's not what you want to be doing, as Liam has set the first time in 54.1. Cohen did a 57 dead, so quite a bit of difference in pace there. Matt slots in between them with a 55.6, but yeah, like I said, it's just gonna be the more laps you do, the more you get used to it, and the quicker the times are gonna get. The dry line will start to appear as well, depending on if the rain picks up, because it looks like it will probably be like this for at least the whole of Q1. Stay on board for the rest of Ryan's lap. With a little chicane. It is very slidey out there by the looks of things. Very slidey. Whilst Cookie goes quickest to a 53.1, nearly a whole second faster. Aston's in third. Ryan slots into fifth. Ian went seventh. Richard is eighth. So a couple more times getting put on the board. Cole was just beginning his lap. Hopefully we don't have too many more crashes in Q1, otherwise it becomes a bit anticlimactic. Because we've already got 3 out. Once we get 2 more out, no one will be going out as long as you set a lap, which kind of makes it a bit dead towards the end of the session. As who's that? Phil has just gone second with 53.2, so 10th off the Ferrari. Ryan is currently 11th, around a final corner. Hoping the car's got enough grip. It does, and he goes 5th, 55.5 for him. I think Lee will be next across the line. Yep, he's making his way around the final corner now. Lee in obviously the Alfa Romeo goes 12th, slowest by quite a bit. So there might have been a small mistake in there somewhere. Wouldn't expect to see him slowest out of everyone. Josh, interestingly, still in the pit lane, so the rain does get heavier. It's not going to be ideal for him. Same with Dylan. Dylan's still in the pit. Ross is still in the pit. Harry and Cole. Harry on an out lap and Cole on an actual lap, a flying lap at the moment. Coming in towards the tunnel. Going to manoeuvre his way around the final couple of corners, little chicane. Then obviously the double left. Oh, there's a Ferrari on the start finish line. Who's that? That's Aston. Cole's gone 6th just behind his teammate. I'm not too sure how Aston's managed that. He's out of the session as well. He did set a time. So if people are slower than him, he will at least have 15th. But obviously he will not be able to take part in Q2. I'm not entirely sure how he's done that. Sideways on the start finish straight. I'm guessing just around the last corner he's let it slide out. Got a little bit too happy with the rear, and yeah, he's facing the wrong way. Harry is really just Tokyo drifting this out lap, just trying to get some warmth in the tyres, I'm guessing, just letting them slide a little bit. Obviously, he could be a good pole prediction shout if you've got one. Harry's been doing very well lately. Obviously, last time out we were at Monza, good race that. Yeah, no, Aston is Aston's car is dead, to put it lightly. But it's a shame because he was what? He would have been around 5th with that lap, as I believe Ryan just improved. I want to say no, it was a Mercedes, so it would have been Matt up to 4th. Ooh, see how tricky it is. Harry really struggling through the first couple of corners. Just got to be careful. Phil's gone even quicker with a 51.9, by the way. That was probably a little while ago. Ross and Dylan also beginning their outlaps now, so the track is starting to get pretty busy. You can see this kind of from the end of the first sector to the middle sector. Everyone's kind of crammed in there, and then the rest are kind of spread out. Couple of cars just moving out of the way for Harry. Good to see. Don't want anyone holding each other up on a quali lap, because that's when things can start to get a little bit sticky. Also, we've already seen a couple drivers bin here in towards the hairpin. Nicely done for Harry. No lockups or anything. It's okay. Okay, no, he's backed out of the lap. He is backed out of the lap. That is why. So he'll be going for another run. But he's just making his way through the hairpin, where we saw Harry back out. He is currently 12th. Again, not on a lap though. Richard is on an out lap. Anyone properly going for it? Looks like Ryan is. Ryan's preparing to begin a lap, and then we got Liam making his way through turn 1. So most people are kind of just getting ready to go for one. Trying to work out who's the furthest ahead. Who's on a lap? It will be Ryan in the Williams. He's a second up through the middle sector. As long as he doesn't lose too much time in his final sector. He'll be into the 54s and probably pushing himself up. Only the one position though by finding a second. There's quite a big gap from 6th to 5th. 1.6 seconds separates the two Red Bulls there. 5th and 6th. Just see how twitchy he is. Across the line, and he does go up to 6th. Found a second or so in that lap, but 54.5. But like I said, still quite a way off the next car ahead of him. Cole crosses the line, stays 7th, does improve though. Found 7:10, so people getting their lap times quicker and quicker. He's already a second up after the first sector. Ross obviously hasn't set a time yet, neither is Dylan. Let's see what he can do. He's got a final sector. To be fair, these sectors are so long. The lap times here, the average lap time at the moment is probably around the 54.5 moment. So you've got a few people quicker, but a few people slower. So it's nearly a 2-minute lap time that you're looking at the moment in these wet conditions. Not even full wet, it was in the wet, so I imagine it would be in the well into the 2 minutes. As Dylan goes 6th quickest, so unless everyone gets mega quick, I think that'll be him through, to be honest, just because we've already got 4 cars who have crashed out in this qualifying session. Obviously Tyler, Looney Moo and Dan not able to set a lap time. They've all binned it, unfortunately. Lee improves only to 11th, so he's struggling in these wet conditions at the moment, as Ross goes up to 9th as well. So at the moment in the drop zone, you've got Josh Diggles and you've got Harry, who obviously came out for a run earlier, but unfortunately was just struggling and backed out of his own lap. Josh has done a purple middle sector though. Very nice to see. McLaren's going strong as I just realised Boss Cookie back onto provisional pole. Obviously only Q1. It's not really into it too much, but it's a good indication, excuse me, of their pace in the wet. Josh needs to get himself out of this drop zone. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get out of the drop zone. He crosses the line at 52.9, goes all the way up to 3rd. So McLaren looking strong at the moment, although there is 1.2 seconds separating them. So Josh should be comfortably through. Now that's moved Cohen down in drop zone, is on an outlap at the moment. Ross is going again. He's in the second sector. He was down by around a 10th or so. He's only 10th. Maybe not as high as you would expect Ross to be. Maybe not really adapting as well as others here. Just got to be so careful on the throttle when you're getting out of the corners. Crosses the line, improves, but literally by half a 10th or so. So we'll stay 10th. It's got 9 tenths to find just to get up into the next position. It's so spread out. You know, the top 2 close together. Then there's a 1.1 second gap there. Dylan has moved up into 3rd. Dylan, Josh, Liam all kind of close together. Then you've got roughly half a second back to Cole, who's then half a second ahead of Matt in 7th, and Matt, Ryan are close together. Then you've got another kind of half a second gap, and then from there you've got a 9 tenths gap So Ross and kind of Sill, who's another 3 tenths behind, and then another 4 tenths back is Ross. It's all very spread out. At this current moment in time, no one has really been able to get a lot of consistency. See how Harry's getting on. Needs to get a lap together. 1:15 was his middle sector time, but oh, you can see how squirmy it is. Couple cars retiring, but I don't think that's because they crashed. I think that's just in the pit lane as they think they'll be comfortably through. There's 1:34 left, so anyone who's going to cross the line around about now will have 1 lap left. Got some yellow flags in the first sector. I think that's just for someone retiring in the pit lane. Harry does get the lap in. It's jumped up to 10:55 dead, which means Cohen is now in the drop zone. Same with Lee. Lee's in the pit lane actually, so I don't think Lee is going to be able to improve. So Lee will be out. And then all pressure is on Cohen. He is 4 tenths up. He needs to find 2 seconds though. Oh no, sorry, because Aston's car is because he's crashed. It's actually, he needs to find a second or so to Kian in 14th. That's what we're looking at. Needs to beat a 56.1. He was 4 tenths up after the first sector, so this is doable. This is doable. The pressure's on though. The track is improving though. You can see the rain has completely stopped now. There is no more rain. But this is probably Cohen's best chance. He should really looking to get out here. Get out of this bottom 5, out of the drop zone and into Q2. Let's see the second sector split. He's up by 8 tenths. All he needs to do is find a 10th or so in this final sector and he should be through into Q2. No rain has definitely helped him. Obviously, we've still got some light sprays, you can see. There's still water obviously on the track, but no more rain coming down. Through the tunnel. In towards the second last corner. Give it a go on, give it a little drift for show. You know you want to. Crosses the line and yep, all the way up to 11th. With the track improving, he found 2.4 seconds. So Cohen is comfortably through, which is a shame for Lee, because to be honest, if he'd gone out and got the lap in with the track improving that much, I think he would have got through pretty comfortably. Unfortunately, that moves Cohen down into 16th, and then obviously we're also losing Aston, even though he did do a 55 dead, which would have been enough to see him through. Yeah, he crashed it on the start-finish straight, so that means we only have 14 drivers for Q2. So Dan, Looney Moo, Tyler, Lee, and Kian all out, as well as Aston, because of that crash. And yeah, we'll be moving into Q2 very shortly. We've still got the 2 Mercedes giving it a good old go. See what they can get to. 24th and 8th. Ross crosses the line, stays 4th. Matt will cross the line and looking at his steering wheel, looks like he stayed 8th. Yeah, he did. So there you go, end of Q1, not the most exciting, but hey, it's got to be done. Boss Cookie leading away, then Phil and Dylan is your top 3. Like I said, it's all kind of very spread out. Quite a big gap everywhere. And then, yeah, your cars are out. See, Aston would have made it through, but unfortunately crashed. And then Kian, Lee, Tyler, Looney Moo, and Dan with your bottom 5, somewhat 5 seconds off the pace for Kian and Lee, unfortunately. Yeah, moving on to Q2. Before we do that, if you want to take a quick look at the championship standings, here you go. This is up to date, so you can see Dylan is leading away pretty comfortably, even though Harry has been on some good results in lately. Dylan's still just leading away quite comfortably, to be honest with you. So yeah, he's got what, a 70 point leadish, 73 points. The math is correct. Phil's not far behind. And then you got Ross and Ryan very close together. Only 3 points separates them. Dan a little bit further back. Obviously, he'll be starting last in this race, so he's got some work to do. And then Matt, Liam, Josh, and Ryan kind of a little bit further down. There's your kind of 11th to 20th. Won't go over that too much, but there you go. And then here's the constructors as well, if you want to see it. Racing Point and Williams pretty close together there, to be honest. For a constructor, there's only 40 points in that. If Dylan crashes and Harry and Ryan can get some good results together, they're still within it. But then look how close 3rd, 4th and 5th are. They're separated by 1 point. So McLaren, Mercedes, and then Red Bull is very good pairing there. Phil and Josh, very good. Matt and Ross, very good. Ryan and Cole, they're always going to get some good consistent points up there. They're the two who always seem to be able to catalyse on kind of people's mistakes. And then a bit further down, you got Alpha, Haas, and AlphaTauri, and then the Ferraris, unfortunately, are last. But they do have a new man in the car for today's session. And if we're going off what Q1 looked like, very good chance that Ferrari could be basically getting half of their points in this one race alone. So anyway, we got quite the mix of tyres here for Q2. Ooh, that'd be Dylan with a little spin on the mediums. So a couple of drivers still just coming out in inters, just maybe to get a banker in, just to make sure. And then you've got Ryan and Dylan out on the mediums. Dylan, we just saw had a spin, so maybe that's an indication that the slicks maybe still a little bit too early. And then Liam, Boss Cookie, the other Ryan in the Williams, Richard, Josh and Sil, all on the soft tyres. Josh has got the softs loaded, same with Liam, but they haven't actually come out on track yet. They're the two that are still kind of just sitting in the pit lane. So very much a big old mix of tyres. I kind of want to see how the softs get going. Do we go on board with a Ferrari driver? I want to see. He's in a bit of a train here in a moment. Actually, I say train. It's not really. I just saw Ryan ahead and thought maybe there's a bit of a train, but it's not really. He should be able to space himself out. I'm interested to see what the grip levels are because the rain is coming down. Like the softs. This is, if you're asking me, this is not a soft weather right now. There's still some rain coming down. The track still looks pretty wet. It does. It's just. Yeah, no. It doesn't look like softs would be the better. You can see he's struggling. Surely you've got to come into pit. Ryan's coming into pit. I mean, he's missed the pit lane. Well, missed the pit lane entry. Got there eventually. But yeah. The mediums, yeah, everyone, I'm going to guess Dylan's going to be coming back in. Yeah, they're all struggling just to make it through the pit lane officially. They're surprised we won't see Richard back in because the rain has just picked straight back up. So there you go, everyone who came out of the inters. Good choice, good choice. Cohen's the first one to get us going. He's already halfway through sector 2. Once he got through right at the end of Q1, where the track came a little bit more dry and it benefited him. But the rain is starting to then re-pick up. If you get your lap in early here, this could be pretty big. The more you wait, if it rains more and more, the worse the track obviously is going to get and the slower the times are going to get. So if Cohen can get a good lap time in here and quick, could be in the money. He could be in the money. Obviously a purple middle sector when no one else has set a lap time, so we won't read into that too much. Oh, we got a yellow flag. That looks like that's a Red Bull. We'll see this on board from Cohen's point of view. Right down at the last corner. That is Cole. Just had a little spin as he's beginning to start his lap. Cohen with a 55.6. So that's the banker time to begin with. Ross will be next across the line. Oh, is he just not getting it? No, we got the rev glitch. Beautiful, beautiful. Apologies, apologies. Ross will cross the line and go first to 51.5. There you go. That's how you pick up from not the best Q1. Bill slots in second with 52.4. So Ross nearly a second quicker. Cohen quite a bit off the pace, unfortunately. Harry with a 54.3. Okay. We've had 4 lap times in and they're all very, very different. Matt's done at that, but I just realised he's got that invalid. And then Josh is obviously just beginning his lap as well. William's got it invalid. Dylan is on his out lap. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3 down at the bridge. It looked like it was an Alpha Tauri, but it looks like they've got going pretty quickly, so I don't think that's anything to worry about too much. Josh unfortunately got his lap invalid through the first couple of corners by the looks of things. So they have to recharge those batteries and go again. I'm trying to think, who was it towards the end of the lap? Cole obviously had the spin, so he wasn't really going to begin his lap there. Is no one really coming towards the end of the lap? No, everyone's either kind of got it invalid or it's just cruising on an out lap at the moment. Cole obviously with a 2-minute free. Saw him have the spin. We know why that's not the quickest time. But right on board with the Ferrari driver then. Everyone's kind of just in the middle of the lap. A couple of drivers might be coming towards the end of it. They've gone for 2 runs like the Ross, the Phils. But it looks like both of them have kind of come in towards the pit lane. I think Harry might have gone for another lap. If he didn't improve. Still 54.3 is the best for him. Matt's gone 4th for 55 dead. Cookie with a purple middle sector as well, so this looks like this could be a good lap. Obviously Ross at a very good 51.5. Get a flag in sector 2. Looks like that's for one of the racing points. If either Cohen or Dylan. Also, we've got yellow flags everywhere at the moment. There's also a yellow flag in sector 1 momentarily. I think that might have just been for Matt potentially getting out of the way. Anyway, Cookie crosses the line and is quickest with a 50.9, 6/10 quicker than Ross. So that's 1.5 seconds quicker than 3rd place, Phil. So yeah, Cookie looking very, very strong. Josh's lap is valid this time around, so this is a good start. Tell you what, Cookie's looking strong in this wet. Don't know what the dry pace is like, obviously, so that could come into play. But normally, if you're good in the wet, you're gonna be good in the dry. Josh has just set a purple middle sector though. We keep getting constant yellow flags in sector 3. I think that might just be a little bug. Or it's just a Mercedes letting cars through. Well, one of the two. Like, Josh is the only one here. I don't know why there was yellow flags momentarily. It keeps throwing me off. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's just a bug. There's literally like no car there. I don't know, maybe there's some debris on track momentarily. So when they drive by, it activates the yellow flag. Josh making his way around the final corner, crosses the line and goes second with a 51.2. And he ran 3/10 off. So good lap. That should, to be honest, unless we get a big old weather change, be him probably through if we're looking at the pace of everyone else. Richard has unfortunately got his lap invalid. Only 5 minutes left as well. Ryan's on an out lap. Matt in 10th as well. Really struggling here. A 55.0 is the best he's been able to manage. And he's 8 seconds down in the first sector. So he's obviously made a mistake in there and has pulled out of that. Cole's got it invalid. Couple drivers really struggling in these wet conditions. It looks like Dylan's only one on a proper flying lap at the moment. He's 6 tenths up through the first sector. So the purple first sector 2 to go with it. Ooh. Caught that well, just had a little moment. In towards the hairpin. This is a... I don't want that camera angle. Ryan's got out of the way nicely. Good to see. That's just what that yellow flag is for. Nothing to panic about. A purple middle sector 2 to go with it, but he's only 2 tenths up now, so I think that might be the purple sector glitch, because to be honest with you, if he only finds 2 seconds, it'll still be a good second or so off the pace, off where he needs to be. So current championship leader, currently sitting in 4th place. Hoping to extend the lead. At the moment, he would be actually, because Harry is down in 9th. Oh, is that a spin in sector 1? I think it is. That's a Haas. That is Richard. And Cookie's out. Oh my god. Cookie, who was on provisional pole, is... we'll go on board with Cohen. Cookie, who has looked incredibly quick all weekend. Well, I say weekend. Both of these sessions, really. Has binned it on, I believe that was an out lap. Or an in lap. One of the two. I don't think it was a push lap. Wow, okay. Well... we'll see, make it through in towards Q3, but we'll have to start 10th. And around Singapore, that's not really ideal. Richard also crashed, so Richard unfortunately is out of qualifying. Sil and Ryan still yet to set a lap time. Wow, that is big. That is unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. Not gonna lie, probably was going to be my pole prediction because Q1, quickest, Q2 was looking very, very strong. You know, it was kind of 3 or 4 attempts clear, which in the wet, it's always hard to pull out the extra lap time. It kind of proves just how good you are if you can really do it in the wet, and it looks like the rain's coming down even more. I mentioned it at the beginning of the session, if you wait, it might come to bite you in the foot because the rain just looks like it's getting heavier and heavier here. It's definitely picked up from the beginning of the session. Think back to the beginning of the session, people were trying the dry tyres. You can clearly see now this is anywhere but dry tyre weather. So Ryan and Sil here, maybe not in the best of positions. Ryan just going to navigate the final corners. Cohen also in that drop zone. Has Cohen just had a little spin? Is that him? No, he's got his lap invalid though. So Ryan will cross the line. We'll go 6th even with the heavy pickup on rain. But I don't think we're going to see too many people improving. The rain looks like it might have picked up even more now. You see, Harry is not improving on his lap. And he's currently P9. Cohen obviously invalid. Sil, pressure on him. He's got his lap invalid. He should have enough time to be able to go around getting another one. He's going to cut some corners just to make sure he does do that. So pressure will be on Harry, potentially one of these bottom 2 improve. Matt is out as well. Matt in 11th. He's just not been able to find the pace at all around Singapore today. You can see how heavy this rain is. Yeah, it's definitely picking up. Definitely picking up. Going to make for a very interesting Q3 if we go to full wets. Oh, Cohen is out. Cohen is out down at the exit of what? Turn 3. That's not good for him. So pressure's on Sil then. Unfortunately, the Racing Point, well, when I just switched him, he was basically in the wall. I'm guessing just got a little bit too eager on the throttle out there, on the exit of the corner. All eyes on Sil then. Needs a 54.3 to be able to get through. Has not set a lap time yet. There's 1,000 in between the two Williams as well. Look at that. Ryan's done a 54.349 and Harry's done a 54.35 dead. So 1,000th of a second in between those two. Ryan, obviously as the checkered flag has come out, he won't be able to improve on that. Josh will be through, Ross will be through, Dylan's through, Phil's through, Liam's through, Ryan's through, Paul's through, and then other Ryan's through. This comes down to if Sil can knock Harry out. To be fair, Harry is on a lap though, but he's 2.9 seconds down. He's really struggling. You can tell the rain. I don't think Sil's going to be able to improve just because of the weather difference. I think this, you can, yeah, the heavy rain is not ideal. I'd be very interested to see if we see wets. Obviously, depending on how the weather carries over from... Oh, yes. Look at that. Sliding all over the place. Very interested to see if we're on full wets. He's going to cross... It's going to be like a 57, maybe. 56.2. Yeah, but unfortunately, the weather has just picked up right towards the end of the session. That means Sil is out. We'll get 13th, obviously, for saying a lap time, but... not quite where he would have wanted to be. So we'll be moving on to Q3 very shortly. So Harry made it through just about. Yeah, a few, I'd say a couple shocks in there. Obviously Matt dropping out is a shock, and then Cookie crashing. Really, when she was already... I'm pretty sure it is a he. I don't know why I said she. Sorry. If it is a she, then... Excuse me, it's 2020. You know, anything slides. But, yeah, they... There you go, I just say that. They were pretty comfortably first. Obviously, a 50.9 would have been 3 seconds clear of Josh. And unfortunately, they're out. They'll be starting 10th. Obviously, a long race. A very long race. I mean, like, we could be seeing a 2-hour race here if the rain comes and throws some things in the works. We could be seeing a pretty long race here. So obviously it's not too much of a worry because a lot can happen. I mean, a lot can happen in these races. We've seen it. We saw what, 7 finishes at Silverstone, let alone Singapore. Obviously we're now one more man down in Q3. We were a man down for Q2. We're now a man down for Q3. So just a 9, and it is full wets. I said it might be. And there you go. Alright then, we should see the cars. Yep, there we go, Dylan. Sorry, he was already out on track. I was just checking my phone for something. Alright then. Here we go, Q3 time in the full wets now. So we'll probably start seeing times in the 2 minutes or so, I'd imagine. We go on board. To be fair, the rain looks pretty similar to how it was at the end of Q2, but obviously, even though they were on inters, it probably was kind of that crossover point. If the rain starts to slow down towards the end of the session, it can make the final couple of minutes very interesting. I almost hope it does. But the rain does start to stop. But I'd love to see a hectic kind of final couple of minutes. That'd be the hope anyway. Dylan first out on track by quite a bit, and then we got Josh just behind him. Then they're both Williams, then one of the Red Bulls, and then one of the Alpha Tauris. It is Cole and then Liam. It's Ryan and the other Alpha Tauri just didn't make it through to Q3 unfortunately. So yeah, there you go. A couple of cars still waiting in the pit lane, maybe just waiting for them to maybe create a little bit of a dry line, just make it a little bit easier for them. Here we go. Dylan, to be fair, it doesn't look awful. I mean, it looks bad, yeah, don't get me wrong, but I think we could potentially see Inters towards the end of the session. I hope so. He manoeuvres his way through turns 1 and 2 and then turn 3. I hope this is turn 3. It's still quite slidey on the exit though. Oh yeah, you can see back end is not liking it, to be fair. Yeah, okay. To be fair, Ryan's loaded up the Inters. Ryan has loaded up the Inters. Dylan is struggling for grip, and obviously Ryan's not come out on track, but he has just loaded them up. I was saying the rain, it kind of got really heavy, and then now it's just eased off again. The rain cannot make up its mind on what to do. But my only issue is right now watching this onboard with Dylan. He's all over the place. I don't know whether it's just a driving start. Maybe he's almost kind of letting the car slide through some of these corners, but it doesn't look like he's got loads of grip. Also, I don't have the tyre data. Okay, yeah, Ryan's just put it in the chat for me. The Inters are now apparently quick, and I've got to say, I'm not too surprised, because just looking at the weather at the start of the session, looking at the weather around 3.5 minutes later, I can clearly see the rain has eased off a little bit, but Dylan is, wow, okay, big old lock up. And towards the right hander there. I think Dylan will probably abort the slap and maybe come in and change tyres. He might set it just as a banker, but it's really not been a clean one. And he's backed out of it completely. Most drivers who are still in the pits are loading up their Inters. So Ryan, Ross, the other Ryan. Got Stubbs in the chat, welcome, you alright mate? Rain at Singapore. Ever make a return? Yeah, one day. You make a return, win it, and then disappear. Yeah, it's just what you do. Dylan did set the lap. It was a 56.7, so yeah, not exactly the quickest. Ryan has come out on these Inters. So let's Dylan go through by turn 1. Let's see. He just riding board for his out lap. I know he won't be pushing completely. Joshua 54.9. What's these lap times around? Ooh, Dylan's in the wall. Yeah, he's really struggling on those wets. Big old wing damage there for him. To be fair, Ryan looks like he's dealing with this alright. Yeah, the attendance in this league is something else, I'm not going to lie. Full 20 today. I'm pretty sure it's full 20 today. I can't check now, can I? But yeah. It's just always 20 every week. It's a fun league to do though, obviously 100%. It's something different. Could be a bit painful sitting here sometimes for 3 hours, but hey. Is what it is. I know I shouldn't really be watching an outlap, but Ryan's outlap actually looks pretty calm. He's not really twitching about, he's not sliding about. He's had maybe 1 or 2 moments, but I'll be interested to see. Phil Ross also made their way out. Ryan is still kind of just sitting in the pit lane and waiting. He's kind of just hovering around. 6 minutes left now. He's going to have to make his decision soon. This might be the perfect window, because the rain could pick up again. He's going to let Ross through there, finish his lap. Or actually, well, no, Ross is on the out lap as well. But so far, Harry's been struggling, unfortunately. He's done a 58.6. So he's, what, 2 seconds off Dylan. Josh has looked quick all weekend, but now let's see. Let's go with Ross. See how he can compare these Inters. If we pull up what was Josh's first sector time, it was a 30.9. Let's see what Ross does. Coming up to, they might actually be slow. No, 29. It's a full second. Yeah, it's a full second quicker. Just through the first sector alone, if we look at the second sector time, if we add that together, that would be around a 1:15.3, something like that. So let's see. As long as my maths is good enough. I think inters are definitely the way. Dylan's coming to the pit lane. He's going to put a set of inters on. But this might be kind of that perfect window. You just never know. Unless the rain gods can tell you exactly what's going to happen. The perfect window could be as late as possible. It could be literally right now. The rain could pick up at any moment. It could just stop at any moment. Just realised I did the maths and then forgot to check what Ross's actual Sector 2 time was. Nice one. Alright, it's got 2 corners to go. I think it's going to be quicker by at least probably 1.5 seconds, maybe 2 seconds. Crosses the line, it is a 51.9, so yeah, 3 seconds quicker, even quicker than I thought, so it's definitely into time. Ryan with a 54.3. Unfortunately, he can't quite make up the time difference. It's still second though. Obviously, still a long way to go. Bill's done a purple middle sector. Yeah, everyone has got those inters locked and loaded. 3 minutes left of the session. Let's see where Phil can put himself. He want to be up there. Oh no, he's going to come into the pit lane, is he? Yep, he's going to come into the pits. Potentially get a new fresh set of inters and then go for it in this final run. Let's see. Ryan hasn't chosen to again. Has Ross chosen to go again? Well, if he did, he got it invalid. So Ryan's invalid after turn 1 already. That's going to put some pressure on him. He hasn't set a lap time yet. Hasn't even got a banker in. And then everyone else is on an outlap, so we're kind of just sitting and waiting for a minute. Alright, Dylan's going to be the first one then. Yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's just people moving out of the way. Phil's only got 2 minutes. Is he going to come back out, or is Phil going to start 9th? A bit of a challenge. That's going to be interesting. Anyway, Dylan making his way through the first 3 corners or so. Yellow flag in sector 3. Don't think that's anything to worry about too much. Onto the straight he comes. He's there. He's sideways. Dylan, I think, is just struggling. I think he's set up. Maybe he's not catered for this wet tyre, for the wet kind of conditions. We saw it when he was on the full wets. The car was already struggling. As said, a purple first sector though. But we have been seeing the first sector glitch all over the shop today, so won't read into it loads. But you can see he's getting a lot of oversteer through the corners. The car's just snapping back out on him under acceleration. A minute to go in this Q3 session. In towards the big old hairpin. I think at Williams might have had a spin. But one of them unfortunately has got their lap ruined down right at the start of the second sector. Was that Harry or Ryan? I'll check now quickly. It was Ryan, unfortunately, so Harry's still going. Josh isn't going to improve, unfortunately, by the looks of things, so he's going to have to stay with a 54.9. Died in first car to get the second runs completed. In Q3, we've got 15 seconds left. He might be able to go again, to be fair. Dylan will cross the line and his second, a 52.4, around 5/10 off. Our provisional pole, it looks like he will go again. Next across the line will be Ross. He's currently on pole, but he's got the lap invalid. He would have done a 51.2 and improved by 6/10, but unfortunately for him, it wasn't a valid lap. Ryan obviously had the spin, so Harry will be next across the line. He's struggled in these wet conditions so far today. around the final corner. He crosses the line and goes third with a 52.6. Liam then next across the line. He's 2.6 seconds up. The rain is nearly stopped at this point. Liam crosses the line and goes second with a 52 dead. So yeah, the later you're going on in this session, the better. Ryan unfortunately had that spin, so he'll come into the pit lane. The other Ryan will be next across the line. Currently 8th, only one not to settle out. The pressure was on him, like I said a minute ago. He will cross the line. Ryan will jump to 5th place with a 53.3. Cole next across the line. Can he go faster than his teammate? It's a 51.9 and it's second by 5 thousandths of a second. He can't quite do it. Dylan was going again and he's 3 tenths up. If Dylan can find a couple of tenths in this final sector, he's got pole position. He's currently 4th. This is it. This is the final chance. At the moment it's Ross on pole. Just a couple of corners to go. Right in the curbs. Don't touch the wall on the right. He's just going to absolutely send it through the final 2 corners. Run down to the line. Dylan crosses the line and he does it. He takes provisional pole. Well, it's not even provisional pole. It's pole position. There you go. We got there. Dylan on pole, the championship leader. In the way, he's done it by around 3 tenths. It's unfortunate because if Ross got that valid lap in, he would have been on pole. He did a 51.3. Fortunately, it wasn't to beat. Ross is in 2nd, Colt is in 3rd, Liam's in 4th, Harry's in 5th, Ryan's in 6th. The other Ryan is in 7th, Josh in 8th, Phil in 9th. Then obviously Cookie was in 10th, but unfortunately crashed in Q2. 2 McLarens, it was looking good for them. Neither of them were able to get that lap time together on the inters when it mattered. So they'll be starting 8th and 9th. So, we have the usual 5-minute break. We'll be getting underway at around past, I believe it is. So I'll catch you all there. For now, I'll leave you on the we can stare at the constructor screen during the 5-minute break. So yeah, if you pop into the streams, you know the drill around now. We take a quick 5-minute break, give everyone a chance to do something, because obviously it's a oh, we might be restarting. Oh, it looks okay. We might be restarting the lobby, but I'll get a confirmation on this. What are we restarting the lobby? I believe it might be. Anyway, I'll stick on the constructor screen and then I'll get it all sorted. And by the time we just come back in around 5 minutes, and hopefully I can at least explain what's going on and we'll be back. But I'm taking the quick 5-minute break that we usually take, and yeah, we'll be back then. Right. I think we should hopefully be getting underway fairly quickly. I don't think we're waiting on too many more people to join. We've got 18. Tyler's just joined in now. Yeah, no, I don't think we're waiting too long. Hopefully we should be getting underway in a couple of minutes. Thank you for being patient. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed staring at the constructor screen, but yeah, underway hopefully in the next 3 to 4 minutes, maybe a couple more, but just gotta wait for a final couple of people to join, sort out the custom grid, and then we'll get going. So if you haven't seen, we will quickly go over the championship standings one more time. Went over them earlier, but some people might not have been here, so I'll quickly jumble over them now while we're waiting. So here's your top 10 of the championship. You've got Dylan in first by what's that, 73 points. The math's correct. Something like that. So 73 points roughly. To Harry, who's in second on 154. A little bit further back is Phil in third on 126. Quite a bit further back is Ross in fourth on 91. He starts second today, so he's got a chance to kind of close the gap on Phil, who's starting a little bit further down in 8th or 9th. Can't remember which way the McLarens were. I think he's 9th and Josh is in 8th. You've then got Ryan only 3 points further back in 5th place in the standings. Dan's in 6th. Unfortunately, he's starting 20th, and I don't think he's rejoining us. I don't see him in here, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we'll have Dan today. So be down to 19 or so. So yeah, he won't really be able to gain any points. Matt, unfortunately, starting 11th, so he's just outside the points. He's 1 point ahead of Liam. Liam's starting. I'm not too sure where he's starting, to be honest, but I know it's in a decent position, so he's got a good chance to jump Matt. Obviously, it's a long race, a lot can happen. I want to say it's around the 52 lap mark, something around there. It's one of the longest races on the calendar, so with some rain, it's going to make it interesting. Josh is in 9th. Unfortunately, he just hasn't got that consistency together so far, really, this season. Will finish well, then penalties will screw him, or just DNF here and there. Unfortunately, he's only on 38 points, so really could be on quite a few more, and I think that's what it kind of cost him McLaren a little bit in the constructors. He'll be hoping to add some points. He's starting in 8th. Ryan in 10th. He's on 34 points, only 4 points behind. And then there's your bottom 10. Kiam, Aston, Critchley, who's not turned up in a while. So someone else will, well, actually, to be fair, someone will probably move up there pretty soon. The other Alfa Romeo driver. Then you've got Richard Cohen, who's on 19 points. Is that Nathan? I've not seen Nathan in a while. No, unless Nathan's Looney Moo, which would make sense. But I still don't actually know who Looney Moo actually is, so if it is, that could make sense. Then Tyler's in 17th. He's joined barely recently, so he's already got 17 points to match his 17th place. Colt, who's in 18th, who obviously, again, has just joined as full-time pretty recently. So that's why he's only really got 15 points. I'm expecting to see him climb up kind of this standings pretty quickly, as long as he can stay out of any kind of trouble. And then Leon, unfortunately, just a 1 point today. He's actually in the lobby but spectating, so I don't know, maybe he could potentially join us. We've got, is there a link to join this league? If you go on to, probably the best way is on Twitter. You've got Twitter or Instagram. Drop them a little DM or a message of some sort and figure it out there, because I just stream these. I don't know too much. I'll check what the Twitters are. If you do on Twitter, it's at MRC eRacing, and then on Instagram, my guess is it's similar. No, links aren't allowed. There you go. I don't know what the actual links are. So if I search on Instagram, we've got Instagram, or on Instagram it's MRC_e-racing. On Twitter it's just MRC e-racing. So there you go. If you drop them a message, then I'm sure they can get that all figured out. And then if we want a quick look at the constructors, as Thomas has just joined actually, so one of the reserves is filling in for Dan. I still think we're someone else short, but I don't know who that is. Hopefully we're getting underway quickly. Who are the constructors? Obviously it's very close from 3rd to 5th. We'll look at that in a sec. And then, so obviously Racing Point leading the way with Dylan and Cohen, 254 points. Williams in 2nd, Harry and Ryan, they're doing a good job in 2nd. They're kind of just a bit too far away from Racing Point at the moment, and they've got a bit of a gap to McLaren, so they're kind of just vibing there in 2nd. And then this is the battle that's been really good all season. 3 teams with 2 very good drivers in both seats, so... Ryan, look, you should take what you get. But to be fair, now you're doing well this season. Where are you? Now you're on the first page. Look, 34 points. You keep going. You're getting some good, nice Q3. You can keep getting some good points together. I would say you're not going to be getting completely carried. You never know. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. Phil's in 3rd with Josh in the McLaren, 1 point ahead of Matt and Ross, who are level on points with Aston Martin Red Bull team, which is Ryan and Cole. I can get my words out. Cohen and Tyler around 20 points further back today. Neither of them made it through to Q3 today. Kian, I think they both went out in Q1 actually, which was a shame. So they've got some work to do. And then Critchley and Dan, on paper, it's good showing. Critchley's obviously not actually in that seat anymore. I believe it's Lee being given the full-time seat, so that might need to get changed. That's still a good pairing, unfortunately. No Dan today by the looks of things, so Thomas is standing in. That explains that one. And then Hash, you've got Richard and Nathan. I don't actually know if Looney Moo is Nathan, but it is Looney Moo in that seat, so there you go. That's the 2 Hash drivers, and then Avatars, you got Sil and Liam, who, to be fair, I'm surprised are only on 70 points. I thought they would have had a couple more than that. Liam, I actually thought they would have been on more, but well, Tom's come in. There you go. Oh wait, no, wait. Tom, are you Tom? Yeah. I hope I'm right. Well, this is awkward. I'm pretty sure on Discord, but please tell me I'm correct. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Tom Chelsea, you're racing, right? I hope I got that correct. Not the one in the lobby I'm currently staring at, I hope. And then Ferrari, you got Aston and Leon, who unfortunately Leon has been... Okay, yeah, you are. Solid. Leon has been replaced by Cookie this week. He's in the lobby spectating. I don't know whether Leon can't make it as much, but he's here spectating in support. So... yeah, that's kind of the constructors. Are quite a long overview, but we got time to kill. Unfortunately, we haven't got underway quite as quick as I was hoping. But there you go. The guys in the stream just joined the Discord, so there you go. Lovely stuff. Fast and efficient. Look at that. Look at us go. Right. Well, I think we're waiting on Josh. If I check the... yeah, we're waiting on Josh. I take his seat. Be a prick. Nah, I won't. It's fine. I think his Xbox crashed or something, so we're waiting on that. I don't know what account it'll be on. Can't find him anyway. I'm being blind. I know he's there. Oh, was he there? He's there. Says he's playing, but we're just waiting on him to join the session. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, forget about that. That is awkward. That is awkward. I just saw L, right? I just saw the L and then Leon and then here we go, constructors, where am I going? Leo, yeah, you know, Ellie, and then, you know, it's the same thing, right, Ryan? We ignore that. Well, at least you've done some practice, Tom. Look on the bright side. There is potentially rain, by the way. I don't know if they've got the custom weather set up to that. Weather is on custom, so they might do. Ooh, are we going? It looks like we're going. Finally. Any apologies about like a 20-minute wait, but it's this game and the lobbies break, so it looks like we're getting underway. We're just going without him. I think we're just going without Josh, so there you go. Right, here we go, finally underway. Could finish this race at 11 PM, late one. Is it really 2 hours? 11. Oh, it's fine, I'll soldier on through. 2 hours. I knew Singapore was a long one, I didn't think it was this long. Surely it should only be like 1 hour 45 still though, right? Right? See, I don't know if I'd rather be racing or sat here alone. I don't know which one I'd rather be doing. Probably racing, to be fair. Oh yeah, because with the delayed start, it's now 10 to 9. Ugh. We're normally done by like 10 past 10 if we get no delays, but hey, oh well. It's what you sign up for. We might all crash. Oh, I wouldn't mind it. To be honest, if you just want to bin it by like lap 30, get some good entertainment for 30 laps, and we just call it, you know, kind of at the 70% mark, and just go, yeah. That sounds like a plan to me. I believe all teams are full, but if you ask for reserve, the issue with this league is with reserves, it's quite rare that you'll be able to race just because pretty much the attendance on this league is probably one of the best I've seen. We always pretty much get 20 out of 20 drivers, so obviously if you just get the reserve seat, if you keep showing interest, I'm sure when a seat comes open, the more likely you are to actually be able to get into it. I don't really deal with this stuff, so I can't really give you a definitive answer. I just turn up, waffle for two to 3 hours every week, and that's my job. But hey, right, hopefully everyone loads a setup as well, otherwise that'd be awkward. I don't want another restart because people have forgotten to load setups, and hopefully everyone starts on the right tyre. But actually, no, tyres don't matter, does it? Because we had wets. We had a wet Q, well, it's wet for all qualifying, but obviously wet in Q2 where that kind of what matters with what tyres you start on. So anyone can go for anything, which is going to be interesting, because I honestly have no idea what the strategy is for a 100% race around Singapore. We'll kind of be learning as we go. I'm looking forward to it though, Hopefully there's a few crashes, but not too many. Josh has just joined now on his main account. He might be able to get in. The question is, he'll probably have to start right at back instead of 9th. It might be too late, actually. I think it might be too late. I think he might have to spectate, to be honest. I don't think we'll restart the lobby again. Ooh, I've been sent a picture. Well, I say I've been sent a picture. It's just been put in the chat. The strategy is a 104-minute race, which is, yeah, no, 2 hours. And in this showing, to be fair, the 3 stop's actually quicker than the 2 stop. So we go soft, medium, medium, we go soft, soft, medium, medium, which apparently is quicker if you stop 3 times rather than 2 times. So It's going to be interesting. There's no rain being put in on the session forecast by the looks of things, so we might avoid that, which is kind of good because it would just extend the race length. Yeah. What, 61 laps right? I thought it was 51. 61. Oh lord. Yeah, I can see this. Why this is such a long one. 104 minutes roughly, 105 minutes, which is, yeah, around an hour and 45 pretty much. That is fine. We can, Tom, we can just... Oh, Josh might join me. You can if you want. I've just seen it in the Discord. If you drop me a message, you can. I'm not really too bothered. I will need some help, to be honest, but you know what you're signing yourself up for, Josh, so... Oh no, people have already... Oh, the tyre selection's already screwed some people over as well, apparently. Right then, let's take a quick look at the tyre selection for everybody. Here we go. Tyres, right. So Dylan's on mediums, Ross is on the softs, Harry's on the soft, Ryan's on the soft, Cookie, Matt, Cohen and Sil are on the softs, and everyone else is on the mediums. Everyone 13th downwards is on the mediums. Ryan and Phil in 7th and 8th on the mediums, and then Liam and Cole in 3rd and 4th on the mediums. I've suddenly got hiccups out of nowhere. This is not brilliant. A big old formation lap. Then we'll be getting underway. So yeah, there's the strategy that I was on about. It popped up briefly. Hopefully you saw that for a decent amount of time. Yeah, I have a 2-stop or a 3-stop, and apparently the 3-stop is quicker. So that'll be very interesting to see if the 3-stop's quicker. Alright, Josh has said he's fine to co-comms. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Sure, if I just, I don't even need to reply actually. If I just view profile, if I invite him in here, we get him in, and then we should be all good to go. Yeah. When he joins, but I don't actually just gave some yes, Callum. You've got this. Speaking of motivational speeches, right. Dylan making his way. Got a little bit of a gap actually, he's pulled away. Oh my god, your messages, you're getting banned. Huh? Callum, what do you want about? Oh, that one I'm guessing. But ignore the messages. Oh, okay, a couple of cars have decided to all crash together. It is what it is. Right, Josh, are you here? Can I... Oh, you're connecting. Right, well, when he connects, then we'll deal with it. Alright, then. A couple of cars obviously already on the grid because they've had a little coming together, but Dylan lining up to his grid spot now. Hopefully we have no glitches or anything to get us underway. We have a smooth getaway, everything's in sync. And then we can get going for a very long one, a very, very long one indeed. 61 laps. Obviously we're not in the wet at least, so the lap times will be a little bit slower. A little bit faster even. So here we go. We've got now, we can see the lights at the top of the screen there. 4, 5. Slightly sound, away we go in Singapore. Dylan looks like he's got off to a very good start there actually. Oh no, maybe not Ross. Actually no, he's just stuck it up the inside. Oh, and Dylan's had to go incredibly wide off of turn 1. I thought Dylan got off to a good start, but Ross got off to an even better one, and he's up into the lead then through turn 1. 2 Red Bulls in 3rd and 4th, so a good start for them. Ryan in 5th, Cookie's already up into 6th place. Aston and Matt having a little battle down here in 11th. No safety car, everyone's made it through turn 1. Didn't look like he was having a little fight back at Ross. Can we see how this is going? He's going to think about one up the inside. Sides against it. Matt's down to 15th. Maybe a potential spin. Did Josh ever connect to the party? Nope, Josh is still connecting. One day, one day. There is the pit stop again. Pit stop strategy again. It's a clean start though, which I'm kind of surprised about. It looked like for a minute on the kind of off-board cam that didn't got a good start, but it wasn't to be. His Cookie is up and into 5th place already. The softs are firing for the Ferrari driver. Gets past Ryan. Under a bit of pressure from his teammate. Could see some potential team orders here. Ooh, Cookie's having a look on the other Ryan as well. Very eager to make some positions up in this opening couple of laps. Obviously was very quick in the wet. And to be fair, the top 3 have already built out a little bit of gap to Ryan here in 4th place. Ooh, Ryan had damage. He's into the pit lane. That would explain things, why he was already dropping back. So Cookie up into 4th. Ignore the deltas at the moment. They are just broken as always on this game. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. One of the Mercedes. Matt is out. Has Matt crashed into the pit lane? I can't see, but something tells me Matt has crashed into the pit lane there while going into the pit lane entrance. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, Josh said let's try again. I'll just wait a minute before I invite him. No safety car though. Stills picked up a 3-second time penalty a little bit further down as Stills just... Oh, that's new. Little penalty on the side. Cheers, game. Helping me. Right, let me try and invite Josh again quickly. Hopefully nothing... We don't miss out on anything. Where is he? S. Oh no. Is he appearing offline? I'll just do it through the messages. I beg nothing happens. If something happens, I apologise. Trying to get a co-comms in quick. Bam. Right. That's new though. Little penalty symbol. So Matt is out of the race then, after what I can only assume is crashing into the pit lane, which is a nice awkward thing to do. Unfortunately, he's done it, so that's us down to 18 drivers. Only on lap 2. As Cookie's now also picked up a 3-second penalty, as well as Liam. Hopefully those don't actually stay there for the whole race, because otherwise that's going to annoy me a little bit. As well as Tyler's picked one up. To be fair, Tyler's already up and into 10th place. If we take a quick look at the... Where is it? At the position change, you can see Aston up 7, Tyler up 7, Tom up 8, so a good start for him. Main losers obviously Harry, Ryan, Phil, Liam. They've all pitted and they're all down quite a few positions, as Kian has also picked up a 3-second time penalty there. Ross and Dylan having a little scrap towards the front. They are dead and thought about sending one up the inside. Yeah, Matt did drive into the pit wall. Oh no. Oh no. I suspected. Oh, I can kind of hear you.
Oh, you can only kind of hear me.
It's like, it's faintly. I don't know, I'd turn you up a little bit, hopefully. Hopefully it's alright like that.
I haven't got a box to tick to include my audio.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You won't need one.
Cool.
Alright.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to this.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, it's a nice hectic start already. Yeah, you're on the other side. Normally doing the racing, but...
No, my account had a bit of a nightmare and couldn't get it in time. I thought I'll offer my services. Make sure you're not on your own for the race.
Yeah, I'll take them because 2 hours of sitting here by myself isn't always brilliant. Lee's
Let me
out
load
as
it and
well.
let's see what's going on. Oh, out the race?
Yeah, Lee's out. That's down in the first sector. Tell you what, Ross is trying to reclaim the lead. Obviously, Dylan just got past him a couple laps ago.
Oh, the new penalty. We've got the new penalty hood.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. It's all looking fresh and fancy.
Oh, and Matt Goodyear out.
Oh yeah, Matt drove into the pit wall on lap 1.
Drove into the pit wall? How did he manage that?
I don't know. Because he was last, I'm guessing he had some wing damage and... yeah, it didn't really
well, let's catch up.
end brilliantly.
Dylan leading, Ross second, but already got a time penalty. Cole third, Cookie, well, Patrick fourth. Ryan Doran, Cohen, Aston, Tyler, Tom. So what happened to the boys from the front that are now at the back? Phil and Ryan and Harry.
They've all pitted. I think there was a little bit of a kind of a chain reaction crash in the kind of upper midfield area. So yeah, your teammate is unfortunately now 14th. To be fair, he's looking to get past Ryan and is past Ryan up the inside.
Oh, Ryan's coming back, I think. Oh no, he can't quite get back there.
Obviously, in a moment, your team's scoring no points, but hopefully Phil can work his way back through, and obviously Constructors is really close.
Yep, it is. It's super tight at the minute, up between maybe 4 teams, I think, up near the top, that are going to be fighting out for the win. For some reason, I can't see the intervals for the top so many lads. Oh, there we go. They're coming up now. They're crossing the line. Oh, Cole's in the pits.
Ooh.
Cole's in the pits from P4. Has he got damage?
Yes.
There is a wing being held. Yep, the wing is coming off.
Wonder where he's done
that.
Ryan
Doran, the Williams for P4.
Yeah, good, very good opening couple of laps for him. How many positions is he getting then? He's getting a couple. I forget where this is every time. Position change. He's up 3 positions.
By the way, from the back of the grid, up 12, P7.
Yeah. Brilliant for him. Obviously, he's coming to stand in for Dan, and he's already up to 7th from 19th, so couldn't really ask for much better of a start.
No, you definitely can't. And without a penalty yet, with already 4 drivers in front of him taking penalties. Who's your money on then, Alex?
Ooh,
an early prediction.
An early prediction, I'll go... I'm going to go for Ross. If he can keep the penalties down, I'm going to go for Ross.
Well, I'll stick with what I went for on the Instagram poll earlier, and I'm going to go with Phil. It's a brave one. He's now in P13, but I'll stick to my heart. Stick to my guns, as Dylan's picked up a 3-second time penalty, making it all even between the top 4.
Yeah, and to be fair, Cohen has snuck his way all the way up into 5th as well. It's a very good start.
2-second gap to Ryan in front. The front 3 have kind of, bombed off.
Yeah,
3 yellow flags.
Ooh, that's Tyler.
Oh, coming out for the penultimate corner, and he has lost the rear end by the looks of it, and to the left-hand wall. Have we got a safety car?
Yeah.
Cars are going very slow. Have we got
full course safety car. So
now this could bring the boys a bit further back into the mix.
Yeah, the top 3 who would
mediums, softs for Patrick.
Yeah, the top 3 who had all kind of bolted off.
Before the tyres up.
All back together now.
Yeah. So there's 3 of the top 5 on softs. I wonder if they'll dive into the pits to get rid of those.
I'll be surprised if they
don't.
They're
not a particularly good race tyre around here. They're in Singapore notorious for overheating. It would be a surprise to me if they stayed out on those. I can see them coming in, maybe even for the mediums and try. Oh, what's going off there?
I think Ross is either lagging or I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Patrick's letting back through, but I don't know if that glitch will happen when he has to give him the place back. But it seems all fine. Ross back up his feet in, and I wonder if he had a lag there or something.
Yeah, probably just had a lag spike behind the Ferrari, but back a second, so looks all good.
Still, I've just seen him pick up a penalty under the safety car. That's a bit of an interesting one. And my safety car flag has only just appeared in the top left corner. This game is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, no, there's so many spectator bugs as Ross is
coming
in.
It's unreal, isn't it? It's absolutely unreal.
For the race start, I wasn't even shown the lights. I just had to they were literally right at the top of my screen, like the in-game lights, and I had to pay attention to them. It's just there's so much stuff that just happens.
It's insane because everybody thought that 2019 was quite bad.
Yeah.
It turns out it got worse. It turns out
It was impossible, but they've done it. Right, you were
took something
correct
special,
as well.
but we did it. And yeah, we were correct. Income, Cohen, Ross, and Patrick all onto the medium tyre and come out 6th, 7th, and 8th respectively. Oh wait, no. Cohen loses out to 9th and possibly even P10 here if Harry can get a bit of a bomb on around turn 1, which he does.
Ooh, might lose out to Cole as well.
I think he does.
gone.
Yep. He drops just outside the point, so as Ryan Lear picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Bit of a torrid start for that young man.
Yeah, down in 14th with a 5-second penalty to serve as well when he next pits, and he's getting a front wing change. He's surely going to probably come out.
Pretty confident he only had it changed the other lap as well.
Yeah.
As Liam Hardman also comes into the pits for a front wing change, and Sill is now just coming round the second to last left-hander. Is he into the pits? No, he's not. He carries on. But Liam has served his penalty by the looks of it, unless the penalty thing does not show whilst they're in the pits. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
No, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Oh no, Ross has left the session. I think that confirms the lag issues.
Yep, I think it does. I will work on getting him back.
Alright, nice. I'll tell you what, a Ferrari boss cookie, did you say his name was Patrick?
Yep, that's his name, my friend. That is Patrick.
He's in a very good position, to be fair. He's got these fresh mediums in
He
sixth.
is, yeah. Especially after crashing out in I think it was Q2. If
Yeah,
I'm not wrong
it
in
was.
saying that.
Yeah.
He crashed out in Q2.
It was Q2. It's a bit of a redemption for him, and so far it's going pretty well. He's got Kian just ahead of him, and Tom obviously who's got off to a very good start. Now fourth.
A quick penalty check. So 1 penalty for Dylan so far, because unfortunately it doesn't tell us the time, does it, at the side?
No, it'd be cool if they put like a little amount in the box.
Yeah, I know when you're driving, it tells you exactly how many they've got, but for some reason they've not added that to the spectator bit. 3 seconds for Dylan, 6 seconds for Ryan Doran, 3 seconds for Aston, not even a warning for Tom yet. That could be 9 seconds for Kian. 3 seconds for Patrick. Ross is at 3 seconds with a warning. Nathan up in P8 has got no warnings. Harry has got 2 warnings. Cole has got the 1 warning. Cohen has got the 1 warning. Bill Harris with 2 warnings. Richard Williams with a 3-second time penalty and 1 extra warning. Sill with 3-second time penalty, and that looks like 2 warnings. Ryan Lear has just got the 2 warnings and a 5-second time penalty that he just picked up. Liam Hardman has got, that looks like 1 penalty and 1 warning. Tyler a penalty and 2 warnings. Lee absolutely nothing because he's out, and Matt absolutely nothing because he's out of the race.
I've just been told some very nice information by Tom in the chat, which is kind of a bit unfortunate now because it would have saved you a lot of time. But if you go to detail and then filter it by penalties, it tells you the amount of penalties they've got. Yeah, literally to put it in. He put it in as you were on like the last person. I was like, oh, great.
I'll leave mine on that.
So yeah, that's nice.
In fact, no, I won't leave it on that, but I'll flick it to it every now and again. But yeah, so that's more like it. That's what we needed. That right there. A heck of a start from Tom. Up to P4 now. 15 places gained.
Yeah, and he's in the middle of people with penalties all around him. Like honestly,
Correct.
I don't think he could have got a better start if he tried.
He couldn't. No, he couldn't have asked for much more than that. I don't know where he's pulled 15 places from. I was not in the session at the time, but he has flown through there. And now we only have 6 cars on the grid yet to make a pit stop. Ryan Lear at the back of the grid with the most so far. 3 pit stops within the first 8 laps of the race, and then Liam and Sill have made 2 stops. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, and
he could be off a record there, Ryan Lear.
Do you know what the record is for most stops?
I don't. I'll go for probably around 8.
Right, well, if he carries on how he is, he'll be on like...
Oh, he'll be flying, yeah.
What, 3... If he does 3 times...
If he does 3 every 8 laps, he's going to be on past 27,
Yeah.
27 by the time the race is finished.
I was going to say something, can't remember what now. I lost my train of thought. I had no idea what I was about to say.
I also have no idea where you were going with that one, Alex, mate. Not a clue. What I do know is that Tom is definitely in a good position because track position is so key around here. It is not an easy track to overtake on.
No, you've maybe got one or two opportunities, and that's about it.
Yeah, you maybe down into turn. Well, basically the 2 DRS straights down into turn 1, and then the second one as you come out of the hairpin.
Yeah, right at the end of the first sector.
Yeah.
That's really it, to be honest. Sure, Ryan's up to second. Like, sitting very, very nicely as well. Like, some people have really benefited off kind of just sitting back, staying out of damage, and going well.
It is one of those tracks. The walls are tight that you can never. There's never a point where you can let off the concentration. If you do, you end up with damage or end up out of the race. Like unfortunately the 3 that have already paid the price. Safety car in this lap. Okay, here we go.
That's just reminded me what I was going to say. I was literally going to say hopefully we get the safety car in this lap because everyone had pulled back up together. There you go, yeah. Safety car in this lap.
This could be interesting. Dylan obviously very used to leading a safety car restart every now and again. Ryan Doran, however, probably not too used to trying to follow a safety car restart from second place.
No, but it's the first time for most things, and he's got to give it a go here.
So.
Then it's just going to back them all up. Everyone will just get their tyres nice and warm. Be interesting to see when he properly goes for it. You try and go a little bit earlier.
The last corner is quite flat here, isn't it? So, yeah. Ross Milburn, 5-second penalty for a severe collision. Has he got damage? No, he hasn't got damage, but he's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision.
Dylan's gone as well.
So Patrick in front of us, and Dylan has flown off. Ryan's done well though. In fact, everyone's got on 5 originally there.
No, to be fair, a bit of a gap from. There's that Nathan in 8th. As Harry's going to send one up the inside.
Right up the inside.
Yeah. Nice move. Harry needs to work his way through the field.
Yeah, he needs to make moves quick if he's going to get. Well, I suppose he's in where he probably wants to be. Now behind Ross and Patrick. But he's over nearly 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, got a lot of time to make
catching up before DRS is reactivated.
And Cole's going to go for a move on the Haas driver. Bit of a lock up from the Haas.
Can he go around the outside? He's going to try. And he does. Good, mate. Nice move. And Cohen's followed him through. Yeah. And maybe even Phil.
Yeah, that is not a good couple of corners for the Haas driver.
Not gone well there for Nathan.
That is unfortunate. Got absolutely
3
swarmed.
places in. Yeah, he did. Cole really threw him in the deep end with a move into that corner.
And Patrick's looking for a move on Kian up the inside for P5.
Big lock up. Did he touch the wall?
Nah, I think he's alright.
Yeah, he looks alright. P5, and Dylan picks up another 3-second time penalty. Only 10 laps into the race.
Yeah, Dylan's going to need to keep those down.
Ross? No, surely not. No, he didn't. Good. Ross knows he needs to get past here to keep up with Patrick.
Yeah, he just needs to be patient. Don't go for anything too stupid. If it's not there in turn 1, like I said, we can always have a look.
I've got a funny feeling we're about to see it. As Kian has a little bit of a slide.
He's using overtake. He's going to go for it. He's going to try around the outside in towards turn 1.
Outside? This is brave if he goes for this.
Ooh, a little bit of wheel banging.
A little bit of wheel banging. Rubbins racing. And he makes it around the outside. Nice little move there. That was tight, to say the least. But nice.
Yeah. Couldn't quite get it done in turn 1, but got it done in turn 2, turn 3.
Yeah, he had the inside line for turn 2. Hard then to get back at it.
Dylan's starting to pull away from Ryan as well, which is forming a bit of a train, to be honest.
He's not wrong, as everyone then is within a second of each other, more or less. Patrick's going to look for a few early moves, I think. I think he wants to try and leave Ross as far behind as he can, as quickly as he can. Now there's a chance down here. Is DRS activated yet?
No, it is not. I believe it's the end of this lap. Ooh, Aston's gone a little deep there.
To be fair, Ryan Doran's starting to put a little bit of time into Aston. If he can break DRS before it's activated in the next lap, he might just have a comfy little position to sit in for a little bit if Aston can hold a couple of the faster lads up behind him that are on the newer tyres.
Yeah, the gap's around 8.5 tenths.
Oh, Ryan's picked up a penalty.
I don't think it's going to be enough. Aston's still going to have that DRS.
Not quite. Yeah, DRS is enabled on lap 12 of 61, a fifth of the way through the race. As Phil picks up his first 3-second time penalty of the race, and there's going to be a move there. Carry on Kian into turn 1. I'm pretty sure we saw that same move last lap. Did Kian get back past him and we missed it? He must have. Well, at that time, Harry got it done into turn 1.
Cole's just we could see Kian drop down a couple positions like.
Oh, that's Cohen. He's gone.
Holy, okay, surely that's a safety car.
That
I just
is
saw
not
VSC.
placed. Everybody seems to be here. VSC, virtual safety car. As Sill just hits the pitch, which kind of gave him a little bit of a free pit stop there.
Yeah, he's onto the softs, so going a bit aggressive.
Yeah, I think he's struggling, picking up damage by looks in a couple of places. As we grab ourselves a VSC, and we also missed a move by Patrick on Thomas by the looks of it, or at least I missed it. Not quite sure where that was, but it must have been just before the VSC.
I think it was. That must have been as it came out, because when they crashed, I'm pretty sure Tom was ahead.
I think Dylan has got a. I think Dylan is well aware he's got a very good chance here of putting a gap between him and the rest of the field, as it's up to 3 seconds basically when the car VSC came out.
Oh, has Still just got a drive through? Yeah, he has. Speeding under VSC.
Speeding under VSC. Silly's not having a nice time of it right now. Already 33 seconds off the next car. Just picked up a drive through which he can't serve until the VSC ends. Oh, Patrick picked up a penalty under the VSC. He'll not be very happy with that. Has the VSC ended? Because they're flying.
Yeah, it literally just ended as Patrick was having a look on Aston momentarily.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go then. As Liam has passed Richard, has he, into the... Richard's into the pits.
And Phil just got past Kian as well for P9.
Phil moves into the points. Ross just outside that old key DRS range, and he might struggle to catch back up now that they've got a DRS train going in front.
Yeah, the thing is, I think Ryan's just holding them up because Aston is all over the back of him.
Yeah, these three
Ross might still be able to.
They look like they could go a touch faster, that is for sure.
I think Ross is going to join
Ryan's
this party.
He's got the right to defend his position, I suppose.
Oh yeah, 100%. He'll try his hardest.
I think Patrick's going to try a cutback here, if he can get the power down. Ooh. As Aston makes a mistake.
Yeah, Aston has just given the Ferrari a free position, so Patrick's up into third.
Patrick is definitely going to look to get this move done and get after Dylan.
Yeah, Tom's all over the back of Aston, Patrick's all over the back of Ryan, and then Ross is just joining this party now. He's around 7 tenths back.
He's done his job and got into DRS range for the next lap, so let's see if he can start making moves. We see trying to move into turn 1, Patrick. I don't think he's close enough, and he's not using his DRS. It's not going to be doable here, but I've got a funny feeling down the next DRS straight he might have something to say about this position.
He just played the waiting game. No need to go for anything too early or see only on that 14 of 61.
Exactly. And there's plenty of time left yet. But he's definitely closer this time round.
Yeah, he's using overtake as well. I think this is going to be it.
He's got overtake on. Ryan forced him to the outside. That'll be that, I think. Patrick takes P2. Aston
but
picks up a 3-second time penalty just behind Ryan.
He'll be trying to close down on Dylan as soon as possible because he's already got that 3.6 second gap.
He
So
does
he's
have
going to get his head
tyres
down.
that are 7 laps fresher, so let's see if there's a little bit more life in his mediums compared to Dylan's.
Oh, apparently,
Go on.
apparently Aston moved over for Patrick, so that was some team orders apparently.
Yeah, that's a possibility, I suppose.
Yeah. I think someone might be in their party or something. Let's put it in the Twitch chat. Got a bit of inside knowledge. Thomas was almost pushing Aston through that corner momentarily. This little four-way train, and they're not careful. Harry's going to catch up, and Cole was then just behind Harry. And before you know it, this become a six-man train.
5, 6, yeah, exactly. And then Phil's only 1.9 seconds off the back of Cole.
Yeah. And remember, the front of this train is for a podium spot. Not like this train's, you know, kind
no
of
one's going to give it
11th.
up. Patrick sets the fastest lap. He's going to get after him.
Tom's got past.
He's already cut the gap to 2.3. Had Aston fell outside DRS? I think he just had fell outside DRS.
Tom got past Aston there. Kind of on the last corner. Wasn't the best of last corners for Aston.
Driving a great race right now. A great race.
Yeah, but up to 4th. Could potentially be looking at 3rd fairly soon.
He's going to want to get it done early if he can. In fact, he's close now. He's very close now.
He's going to do it up the inside.
That will be 3rd place, I think. That is. Oh, wait. Ryan Doran on the cutback, maybe? He's going to go
the outside.
All the way around.
They're just leaving enough room. I think Ryan's going to get him back. Jordi Alpha's got back out, and he does.
Great defending. Great defending from Ryan.
Oh. You can see Phil in the background as well, literally closing in.
Oh, yeah. They're all here.
This is going to turn into a cluster in a minute.
This is going to get interesting. All those 4 at the back there, Ross, Harry, Cole and Phil, they won't want to be sitting behind here whilst Patrick and Dylan are pulling the gap.
Yeah,
Tom again.
Yellow flag in sector 2 as Looney moves out of the race. So Nathan, unfortunately.
Oh, he's crashed, Nathan. Ryan's not going to give this up, but I think he's going to have to. And yeah, Nathan, it's a notorious little corner, that.
Yeah, we had a couple of people crash there in Q1 quite early on.
Phil picked up another 3-second time penalty. That is not good for him.
Here comes Ross and Ryan up the inside.
Here comes Harry as well on accident.
Simple one.
Oh, Harry's going to hit his teammate. He's round.
Oh.
Harry was so late on the brakes.
That does not look good. Wing damage on the front right there for Harry. He's down into 9th, and he's the first victim of this kind of train, unfortunately.
Did Ryan get away with that?
I think Ryan has.
He's a lucky boy. A lucky boy. Harry was just too late on the brakes, and has he got wing damage on the front right? I think he has.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Harry. Just too late on the brakes, and Ross did get the move done. Sorry to cut you out there.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Phil got past Aston as well in the middle of all that. He's up to 7th.
Oh yeah, and so did Cole actually. Yeah.
Oh,
VSC.
I was about. I literally. Patrick crashed. He's got no front wing at all.
Oh God, yeah, what's he done?
I don't know what's happened there. I think that might have been down at where Nathan crashed it.
I'm going to try and get on board with someone, see if we can find his front wing out there on the track. It's coming out of the hairpin. I think I've just seen it on the floor coming out of the hairpin. I have.
What, on the right hand side?
Yeah, on the right hand side. Can you see it? I think I saw it.
Everyone's gone past now.
I'm going to try Ryan Lear, but he's a long way back, so it might have gone by the time he gets it. But I'll have a quick look.
That's a shame though, because Patrick was closing right in.
Yeah, he was flying. He was absolutely flying. He'll be gutted. Well, I mean, he can't. Oh, Ryan Doran's got drive through as well.
No, he might be able to
speeding under safety. I don't know if you found this, but speeding under safety cars seems to be a lot more prominent this game than any other I've seen before.
I think it's because I think it's the awkward time where sometimes you go into a corner and you go to brake. It's only a little
I know what you mean, yeah.
just completely jumps. I normally just always stay like half a second, even if I'm going to lose half a second, just to be safe, because it can be a bit...
So Patrick, Harry, both in the pitch for a wing change. Aston also into the pitch for a wing change. Maybe that's why, maybe some contact with Phil or Cole whilst they're on the way through. And we are racing again.
Yeah, and this
gap now 8 seconds up front for Dylan.
Yeah, and this big old train we had in the middle was around 6 cars. Now it's kind of just the 3 with Ryan, Cole, and Phil.
Cole and Phil. Again, Cole and Phil probably not wanting to let Ross get too far away.
No, he's already got a 2-second gap or so.
Let me see. So Harry's gone for, well, 3 different strategies there from the 3 boys that pit. Harry's gone to the softs, Aston to the hard tyre, and Patrick back on the mediums, and Patrick's got wing damage again. He's just made a mistake again. No. He's got bad wing damage on the right-hand side. He lost traction coming out of... I'm not sure what the turn is, but it's the first left-hander before you get down towards the Singapore tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a real shame.
And he's picked up a penalty to go with it.
He just lost traction. And yeah, he's picked up a penalty to go with it. He's going to have to be another pitch stop looking at that. He is not going to be a happy bunny right now. He's going to drop a fair few places, maybe back into P13, I think.
Tom's into the pit lane, so...
And so's Brian.
Is this the end of the medium
pit
stint?
Time for those on the mediums?
Yeah, I think it might be.
I didn't get to see the pit stop strategy thing at the start of the race, to be fair, mate. But I'm really not sure.
I remember, but I think that might
be
a little bit
serving a
early.
drive-through? I think he is. Is he? Is Ryan serving a drive-through? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, Ryan's just a drive-through.
That is very early. If Tom plans to go to the end on these hards, he's done 18 on the mediums and he wants to do 43 on the hards.
I'm looking at the pit stop they got sent. They're meant to go 24 if they're fresh.
You'd like to at least get 20 out.
Yeah, I was literally looking at the free stop. You do the free stop, then you do around 11 on the softs, and then 19 and 20 on the mediums. You really want to be going 20 laps on them, so that might be a little bit too early. But you never know. If he's trying the one stop, I think he might have got a wing change as well, so that might have played into it. But
well, to give you a quick update on the penalty situation, Dylan, who leads the race, is currently on 6 seconds of penalties. Ross in second place is on 8, which I'm guessing must be a 3-second and a 5-second stop go that he's to serve at his next pitch stop.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cole on no penalties, Phil on 6, Liam Hardman on 6, Kian on 9, Ryan Doran on 12 seconds. We've got Tom on none, Harry on none, Aston on 6, Ryan Lear on 3. I'm not sure on Richard Williams because it tells me he's got a drive-through to serve, so it doesn't tell me a time. Patrick on 9 seconds, Silla on 9 seconds, and Patrick has come out all the way down in 13th. 15 seconds off the car in front, and probably now just going to go and try and push like a madman.
Yeah, he's going to have to just go a bit crazy. Hopefully pray for some kind of safety car which brings him right back in contention. Yeah, apart from that, he's just got to get his head down.
You both know there's every chance of that, mate.
Oh, yeah. I remember, I think one of the highlights was Silverstone. We had, I think it was like 10 laps to go and we had about 5 safety cars in the last 10, 15 laps.
I crashed out under the safety car.
Yeah, it was.
I crashed into the back of Kian, maybe, or someone. I crashed into the back of one of the lads. I can't remember quite who. As Dyslexia picks up. Oh, sorry, Harry picks up the fastest lap of the race. So 1:39.426 in 9th place. He is now just under 7 seconds off the back of Tom, who is going to have to do a mega stint on those hards to get them to the end. I would imagine now everybody in front of him is just got one plan, and that's to go from those mediums to the hards and take them right to the end of this race, which kind of puts Cole in a very good position. No penalties so far, and about 9 seconds off the leader at the minute. As Ross picks up another 3-second time penalty. Who started on pole, Alex?
Dylan. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Dylan. The front three are exactly the same.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, there was Dylan, then Ross, and then Cole, the top three. So they're all back where they started. At least I believe so. Yeah, yeah. Just checked on Race Director.
Yeah, you can check the. Oh, what am I pressing? I'm pressing the wrong one. Yeah, you're right.
Because Ross would have had pole, but he got the lap time invalid, unfortunately. He would have had it by at least 3 or 4 tenths, but went wide, and that was
I
the
think
end
it
of
was
that.
one of those sessions. The later you got out and qualified, the
Yeah,
faster you were going to go.
yeah, definitely. The weather really changed towards the end of Q3. At the moment, though, we've got a bit of a
Patrick picks up another
chilled
3 second
period.
time penalty. Yeah, we've got. There's not much fighting. Oh, Liam's just picked up some wing damage. I was just going to say Liam's done really well. He was right down near the back, and he's got all the way back up to P5. And then I was well. It looks like I was about to curse him
Yeah,
as he's picked up wing damage on the front right. A loss of an end plate, and that's probably going to be.
very pissed. He should still stay in the points.
Yeah, he should be alright. In fact, he probably should come out P9.
Yeah, just behind
Yeah,
Harry.
P9, I think.
Apart from that, it's kind of just Cole trying to catch up with Ross. He's around 1.2 seconds back.
Ross has done a job so far. He's took 2 seconds out of Dylan. I've got a funny feeling Dylan probably isn't pushing too much. Take a look at the ERS situation. Dylan on 97%, Ross on 20%. So yeah, that probably gives you an indication of who's doing what in terms of pushing the car. Cole's within DRS though, so we might be able to catch a bit of action in a minute. As the rear wing is open on his Red Bull.
I think you'd just be too far back as Liam's actually then, into the pit lane for that damage, obviously.
Dumped by everyone up to P8, and there goes Harry past him as well. That's the fairway back, so hopefully Patrick has got another 3 second time penalty. That puts him up to 15 seconds. If I'm not wrong, it's 30 seconds to get disqualified, so he needs to slow down the rate of picking up penalties, otherwise he could be in trouble come lap 40.
Yeah, at the moment he's going to end on like 45 seconds, so he just needs to tone it down a little bit. As Tom is all over the back of Ryan as well.
Track limits are hard around this track, that is for sure, but... Well, Ross and Cole are eating into Dylan's lead at the minute. Dylan definitely not pushing though, his ARS is up to 100%. He is taking his time. I think he knows if he can just get to the second stint still in the lead of the race, he'll have plenty in the locker too.
Ooh,
Oh,
one of Ferrari's.
Oh, it's Patrick again.
So he got wing? Yeah, no front wing again.
He's got a major wing damage. I wonder if he's struggling with the setup of the car.
Might be indeed. Just maybe under acceleration, it's just the rear end.
Yeah, there seems to be no rear end. It's twice now we've seen him make a mistake under acceleration, or maybe not a mistake as such, but he's lost the rear like he just did then and slid into the wall. I don't know how he kept that alive, to be honest.
Cole, this might be his best chance so far to have a go on Ross. He's gaining massively. He's going to have to go around the outside and
Around the
towards
outside, he's
end
done
of
it
the
once
straight.
here, and he's done it again.
Very nice move.
Very, very nice move.
And Tom is going to...
As Tom passes Ryan into turn 1. And so does Harry. Has Ryan gone? Oh, Ryan ran a little bit wide. Oh, he'd let Harry go. Probably let Harry go, to be fair. 21 off all mediums compared to his teammates' fresh softs.
Patrick is really struggling. He just needs to get round to the pit lane in one piece. He's already had another spin.
He just needs to get around. A real shame for him on his debut. He is really struggling at the minute. He's really struggling to hold that rear end together. I wonder if he's struggling with tyre temps. It is a notorious track for tyre temps, and I do know that... Oh, yep, he's round. He's round. He's kept it on the track, but he is round again. I do know he does race on controller, and this track is notorious for bad tyre temperatures for the controller if you don't set the car up perfectly, and he is really struggling right now. In fact, I think he's being lapped right now. He is being lapped right now. Dylan Platt comes around to lap him. And he was in second just a few, oh, and he's retired from the race. He has gone into the pits and retired.
So we're down to
from the race.
13. Just to be honest.
That's a 13, and that will unfortunately be a qualifying ban for Cookie, but I can sort of understand his frustration.
Yeah, when you hunted down the lead, it was like a second and a half off the lead, like maybe 6-7 laps ago, and then next
when
thing
you
know,
go
you
from
get
that
lapped.
to last.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Cole is flying, by the way. They're nearly within 2 seconds of Dylan already.
Yeah.
And I know I said Dylan is a pushing, but they are flying.
They've got a little sill in the way, but I don't think that's going to affect them too much. They should
no,
just...
Sill is a good driver
soon.
when it comes to things like that, so hopefully he'll just get out of the way of the lads. I think he's kind of trying to stick with Dylan's DRS, you know, Sill. I think he's trying to be a little bit cheeky and see if he can steal a little bit of time out of the lads in front of him with the DRS from Dylan.
Tell you what, we've got a nice little battle going on as well for 5th at the moment, as Harry going to get past Kian quite easily, I think, up the inside, yep, on those soft tyres.
Those fresh softs are going to do a job for a little while, I think. Right now, though, as things stand, without a safety car, it kind of looks like the race will probably only play out between the top 4.
Yeah, such a big
gap to P5, and Harry's obviously going to have to pit at least once more.
Interesting to see when the medium runners come in. I believe it's around 25 laps the mediums will go, like minimum. Like it's kind of where you want to start thinking about pitting, depending on obviously what strategy you're going for.
Third tyres, Kian and Dylan on 23 laps each.
That's Tom round the outside.
Sill's picked up a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags.
Tom's up at the 6th as well. He's just got past Kian. Nice move around the outside. He's got Harry just ahead, but obviously on those fresh softs. So
Sill has sort of given Cole DRS to pull him right into Dylan's DRS, and he's now just 7 tenths behind.
He's in a good spot here, is Cole. He's kind of pulled Ross along with him. They're both just absolutely going for it. Bill's only 1.7, 1.6 behind as well.
Yeah, Phil on a little bit more DRS than the 2 in front as well. Dylan obviously on the most DRS. However, Dylan's struggling on. Oh no, yep, there he is. The front 3 yellow fuel lights already compared to Phil, so Phil's clearly got some engine mode to burn at some point in the race. Harry has dropped Tom. I know it's hard compared to softs, but wow. Tom has unfortunately picked up a penalty since we were singing his praises for no penalties. Yeah,
only Harry and Cole left in the no penalty gang, but Cole is really pushing Dylan along here.
3 tenths now the gap, followed by 4 tenths to Ross. Cole could have a great shout here at a victory if he can keep it clean. If he can just keep the penalty situation clean. Dylan's on 6 seconds, Ross on 11, Phil on 6.
Yeah.
So those boys have all got at least 6 seconds of genuine time penalties. Ross has obviously got a 5-second that he will have removed at his next pit stop, but Cole in a great situation, and he is genuinely just pushing the racing point around.
Yeah, in a very, very good spot at the moment. The question is, though, we're still not even halfway through. We're kind of approaching that halfway mark, but there's still a long way to go. Anything can happen. You can have a look.
Obviously realised he needs to use a bit of his overtake to stay in front. As he blasts a little bit of the button.
I think Dylan's... Ooh, I thought for a moment he might send one there. I think Dylan's pit window is going to be open around now, lap 24. Lap 24, 25.
Start seeing those boys start to pit. Whether it's... I wonder how much further Phil could go on his. I mean, he's in the middle of these boys on 22 laps. He pitted, I'm guessing he pitted right near the start for wing damage, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So he's... it's going to be an interesting one for him. Whereabouts can he take those tyres to? And I suppose the same for Dylan. I mean, he hasn't really been pushing, so those tyres should be in decent nick. They're not going to be, obviously the 24 laps old, they're not going to be perfect, but if he can get, I don't know, if he can get another 2 laps out of it, he's then only asking like 34 laps of the halves.
There's some wing damage.
Did Cole just hit him?
Yeah, Cole's got wing damage on the front left. I think, no, wait.
Not on my screen,
wait, no, oh, he did momentarily, now it's back. What the?
Oh.
What the?
That was weird. It felt, when I was on board with Dylan then, it looked like he'd been hit.
There was some wing damage that flied off my screen. I don't know, I was seeing stuff on this.
Well, I thought I saw some wing on the floor. But
yeah, there definitely was.
Screen, Cole's wing is fine. And so is everyone else's around him, I think. Oh, wait, Ross. It's Ross's.
The Ross?
Yeah, it's Ross's front left. It is. It's Ross's front left. Take a look at the end plate. There isn't one.
Oh, yeah. It's completely gone. Is he just going to let Phil through?
There's no end plate up the Merc as he lets Phil through down the straight. I think he knows that he's going to have to make a bit of an early pit stop to the hards, but it'll still be a 1-stop for Ross. Well, a 1-stop from here. He's already pitted once, but...
Yeah, just
I thought it was Cole. I was in the same boat as you then. I thought Cole had hit the back of Dylan, but obviously Ross must have hit the back of Cole.
Yeah. And then luckily, I mean, it's a good job it's not Cole, because it keeps the battle for the lead.
It does. It keeps it very much alive. Phil's going to want to push a little bit now, surely, just to get within their DRS range, because otherwise these two could probably start to drift off into the distance a little bit as Dylan is starting to push a little bit more, down to 70% DRS.
As Liam up the inside on Kian as well for P7.
According to, just seen, he might have put this in when he pitted, but Tom Kettle has said in the chat that rain is incoming.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I see that now. Oh. Rain, interesting. The question is, how incoming is that? How soon is soon?
How soon is soon? You can never tell with this game. Even when driving a car, it tells you 5 minutes, and then 30 seconds later it's raining, or 30 minutes later it's decided it's going to rain.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some rain in this, just to spice it up
a little bit.
Yeah.
Qualifying was interesting. A few of the boys that you wouldn't... Oh, it is raining. It's raining now.
Oh yeah, rain, yeah. We go on board, we can see rain coming down then, so that's probably why these drivers are trying to make the most out of their tyres.
That is playing into the hands of the 4 boys at the front. Everyone's going to have to make a stop.
Be interesting to know how long the rain's going to be out for. Will it be a little, couple of laps kind of appearance, and then
the rain should make this interesting because as we saw in qualifying, Dylan sort of struggled in qualifying, even though he put it on pole. He struggled in Q3 and Q2.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Harry, to be fair, didn't look the quickest in the wet either. I know he's now down in 5th, but it looked like he was struggling a bit.
Harry will probably be a bit gutted. This has sort of ruined his push stint on the softs, as he's going to have to take his time now. It kind of looks like he's struggling already with the rain, to be honest. It does look like it's coming down quite a bit, to be fair. I don't know when this will quite go to winters, but it does look like it's raining quite a bit.
If it keeps up this intensity, maybe ups a little bit more. We could see it in the next couple of laps, to be honest.
I think the front 4 will do whatever the leader does, so we'll see as they... Oh, we've got a yellow flag.
Oh, it's Harry.
No,
Speaking of him.
Is it Harry? Oh,
yeah.
Is. I did say he was struggling, and, well, there you have it.
You're cursing people left, right and centre. Wait, so he got no wing damage out of that?
No wing damage,
How has he done that?
He was planted in a wall.
Yeah. Oh, yellow flag sector. Oh, was...
Pit, Ross in.
Ross is in,
and
then...
3 stay out, Ross is in.
One of the Red Bulls...
The Inters, and the new wing for
one
Ross.
of the AlphaTauris had a little spin.
Oh, wait. Did I not say Ross got a 5 seconds to serve? Well, he definitely didn't serve it then. Or is he serving it now?
Maybe he's not a permanent 5 second. I'll check.
Did he just serve that at the end of the stop?
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't looking, but...
I'm pretty sure he did. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, he's gone back down to 6 seconds, so Ross just stop go at the end of the stop. I've never seen that before.
I'll be interesting to see if this undercut works. Yeah,
the first on Inters, and he is still out in P4. The gap, when he comes out, I'll try and pick up on it when he gets around the first few corners, but it looks about 40 seconds.
DRS is disabled. Oh, he might have nailed that.
He might have nailed this. He might have absolutely nailed this.
I mean, he didn't really have a lot to lose.
Really looked like they're struggling. No, not all. He knew he was going to come out in P4 no matter what, so why not give it a shot? yeah, the front three are slowly just making their way around to the pits. And Ross looks like he's... Yeah, there's already spray from the tyres of Ross's car. I think he has nailed this decision.
Yeah, it's the rest of the grid all...
In the lead?
I don't know. It depends how, because obviously with the wing change and the stop and go, it depends
it's true,
how much time he actually gains.
A 39-second gap, it's not a 39-second pit stop, is it?
Unless
I mean, he is gaining time rapidly, but none of these boys have got wing damage, or it'll just be a straight in, get the tyres changed and get back out for these. So Ross is going to have to put in a heck of a lap here to pick up a place. I mean, effectively, he's had a 10-second stop go when you include the wing. So it's around about 5 seconds. Dylan picks up another 3 seconds. That is so unlike Dylan. After here, I'll just have a quick look. Yeah, Dylan on 9 seconds of penalties and Phil on 12. That is so unlike them two. Cole is absolutely... He's sitting in such a good place right now. Wait, Dylan's had to change his wing? Dylan's had to change his wing?
Phil's into the lead.
Phil's jumped both of them.
Ooh. Wow, very good stop there for Phil, and he's into the lead, and that is the net lead of the race. Everyone's pitted for fresh enters.
Ross could do Cole. Ross could do Cole.
Ooh.
Ross could do them both.
Ooh, this is so close.
This is so close. This is so close.
He's got the inside line.
Ross is in the lead. Ross, well, not in the lead, but he's
second.
How's he done that? The gap was 40 seconds. Although they've both had to change their wing, don't they?
Still.
Oh, that's so weird.
Ooh. Here comes Dylan.
Oh, here they go. Dylan says, not just that easy, son. How do you like it? Round the outside. And he's got it back, I think. Yep, he definitely has.
So Ross had second momentarily, but Dylan came back down the straight, says, nope, I'll be having that back, and he's up into second, and now he's got a 4-second gap near enough to close down on Phil. 3.5 second gap.
No, I thought Ross had got damage again then for a second. He was struggling, but no, he has not. The front four back out, but this time Cole seems to be the loser. Phil the winner, somehow now leading the race by 3.5 seconds, but Cole's dropped to the back of the four.
I don't know if this is me, but the rain now looks like it's getting very heavy.
It definitely looks heavier.
I've jumped on board. I don't know. This could get... I don't know. When we had the full wets right at the beginning of was it Q3?
Q3, yeah.
It looked fairly similar to this when I was on board. We can see like in...
I suppose that. Probably, I don't. No, you won't. You weren't around last year, but we had this sort of race at Singapore last year. Last year we had 6 weather changes from dry to wet, wet to dry, and so on. 6 weather changes. Incredible, honestly. Cole is sitting pretty here, by the way. You know, Phil on 12 seconds, Dylan on 9 seconds, Ross on 9 seconds.
Yeah. Even though he's
Cole
4th, he's going to win at the moment. If it was for some reason just 10 now.
He's sitting very pretty right now.
To be fair, I know Harry's 21 seconds back. But say he brings that down to like the 15-second mark, he's also on no penalties, so he'll probably gain a position or two depending on how many more penalties people around him pick up.
31 laps left at the halfway point. This is how it looks.
Yeah, Ryan's all over the back of Kian at the moment. I don't know any real on-track action. We got a bit of a train up front, but they're not really quite close enough. But Ryan is all over the back of Kian here.
This is a horrible corner in the wet. That last corner is a horrid corner in the wet.
Yeah, and to me, this looks like it's full wet time, to be honest with you. If it keeps this up for maybe a couple more laps.
It's definitely raining harder now. It is definitely raining harder now than it was a minute ago.
Tom's just said rain for 10 minutes. He's doing that. He's racing and typing at the same time and does what he wants.
How's he doing that?
He probably just did it down the straight. That would be my guess, but...
Still quite impressive.
Yeah. This, I don't know, it's... If it keeps this intensity, I'd say it's maybe full wet. But yeah, is it worth it?
You're asking yourself the question, is it worth it?
Probably not.
Exactly that. Okay and wide, good ride, mate.
This looks just horrible to follow in. What race was it we had the was it France we had the safety car come out for the...
Hungary.
Was it Hungary? Oh,
wasn't it?
Hungary, yeah, that was it, Hungary.
Hungary, it threw it down and then we had safety car for the Thunder and Lightning. That was astonishing. I've never seen that in the game before. People mention, oh, he's not got wing damage from that, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You're going to go for the move anyway?
Go for the move. I was going to say, is he going to send it? He is going to send it.
Oh.
Can he keep it?
I think he's got it.
That's a good move. That is a great move. Right
with wing damage
there.
too.
With wing damage round the outside. Oh my lord.
Man's got some balls.
Yeah, more than me, man. Going around the outside there with with half a front wing. But yeah, Hungary was weird. I've never seen that in the game before, mate. When it did that, I was like,
I was so confused. Someone told me in chat, and I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. But I literally had no idea it was even a thing.
I mean, it was proper raining. Like,
yeah.
It was proper raining, but Coles looks like he's struggling in the wet compared to the front three.
Yeah, he's dropped 2 seconds
dropping
back.
off the back of Ross, isn't he?
Well, the rain's here. Said it was here for 10 minutes or so, we got told. Been out for maybe 3 or 4 minutes now, and to be fair, it doesn't look like it's going to get too much heavier. So yeah, I think Inter's the whole
kind of looks like it stopped raining as heavy as it was like a minute ago, to be fair.
Yeah, on board with Cole, it doesn't look awful. So he just goes through the tunnel. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, definitely. Oh, it looks like it might be slowly starting to stop again.
I think it. No, it's
he
still
went under
raining, but
I think it's because he went under the little
barriers and that. Then didn't we? Sorry, under the signs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's as hard as it was a minute or two ago. Like you say, though, it was really raining just then. These are the horrible conditions, though. The track's always changing when it's rained a bit more, and now it's raining a bit less, so the dry line's reappearing. And obviously, the interchangeable period when the track's still a little bit wet and it's washed most of the rubber away. Horrible times.
Interesting, you can nail the pit stop for the crossover point, because that could be very important between this top 4.
Well, yeah, it showed Ross going in the lap earlier, pulled some great time back.
Yeah, we
could
didn't
have
have
kept it in
to
front of
stop
Dylan
there.
if it wasn't for a very good move. Yeah, if he didn't have a stop going a wing change, flipping it, he'd probably be leading the race.
Yeah. Dylan looks like he's slowly catching up with Phil. He's closed that gap down a little bit. Still at 2.5 seconds. Let's say that's now. Oh, he's had a little moment there. Oh, he's left. Oh no. Oh no.
Who's left, Ross or?
No, Dylan's disconnected.
Okay, I will work on that one. I'll try at least.
Yeah, Ross is going to get through on his AI. Unfortunately, that's so unfortunate for Dylan. He's going to drop quite a bit far down.
The game is awful for stuff like that this year.
Yeah.
It's a real shame that we see it all too often now. And that's also just giving Phil a chance to take his lead right back out to over 4 seconds. Just as we said they were catching. Oh, and Ryan Lear and Kian. I think Ryan Lear's just made the move, maybe.
Ooh, again side by side. I think Kian. Ooh, Ryan's got the inside, but I think Kian might just be able to have this.
Touch. Oh, dearie me.
Kian keeps P9 for now. Ryan's still right there though.
Oh, and Cole's got past Dylan as well. Dylan's not going to be happy. I don't know if Dylan's joined back, has he? I've not been getting the notifications, people leaving and joining. If you've seen it come up that he joined back.
No, he's still... If he's joined, he's not in control of his car yet. I'll leave it at that. Still has the X above his name, unfortunately. He's now dropped. He's lost nearly 10 seconds at this point.
Oh, it's a real shame. Oh, could Ryan Lear have a chance? Kane makes a mistake. Oh, it's not going to be on into there though. That corner is more or less impossible to overtake. Oh, 6-2.
That is Aston.
2 is that one of the? Yeah, it's the Ferrari.
The SC for it as well.
And Seal comes into the pits. Another VSC. I don't understand what he's going to do here. Unless he's got something to say, like 5 seconds or something, and getting it out of the way.
Yeah, he
But
does.
they are Inters that are going on the car. And he's getting a wing change. Another one. AlphaTauri are going to need a fair few of them things left by the end of this race.
Ryan's
So from
in
what
as
I'm
well.
seeing, mate, the 5-second stop goes are now being served at the end of all the stops.
Are they? For me, that did it. Was that for Seal? That did it. I think that
Yeah.
might be from your end. Because for me, it did it before.
Oh.
I'll be
Did it do
honest.
before? Oh, interesting.
But,
Again, another thing that probably doesn't surprise me about the game.
yeah. Tom says there's still another 5 or 10 minutes to rain. So, to be fair, it looks
Still
like it's now
5 to
got.
10
I don't know if it's
minutes
because
of
it looks like it's got heavier again.
I'll
Not too
walk
much
on.
heavier.
Well, Phil just nearly binned it.
Oh.
So he's struggling a little bit.
Aston's into the pit lane now as well. He's getting lapped.
Ryan Lear still not leaving Kane alone.
Yeah, this is ended, so back to racing between these two.
I really can't look any further than Cole at the minute, by the way. I think he can control this race.
Yeah, Phil has built out a 7-second gap though at the front now.
Yeah, Phil is sort of flying in the wet right now.
And yes, he's got 12 seconds, but it's going to come down to the pace when the dry tyres come back out.
It is. You're not wrong.
Ooh,
It's
one of
gonna come out to a.
AlphaTauri's.
Oh, is Kian just lagged or left? Or I can't tell. No, he is in the race. He just had a bit of a lag spike, I think.
Who's that? Sil's had a big old crash down in the middle. No, in the final sector. Sorry, he's got more wing damage,
Front wing.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh god, he's having a nightmare of an evening. Currently 1 minute and 11 seconds behind the. Oh goodness me, he's struggling.
Dylan's caught back up with Cole, and Cole's actually right on the back of Ross as well. So I think Ross
Phil
is
is
struggling.
flying.
Yeah, so I think Ross might be struggling and is holding them all up. Has he got? Oh, Ross has got wing damage. Front right.
Has he?
Yeah, that explains it now.
Oh, he has. Where has he picked that up?
Must have just had a small little
I'll
collision
tell
with
you
a
what,
wall.
Ross is accidentally doing a job for Phil right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh,
The
is
gap
one of them
nearly
just
at 10 seconds.
Gold's pit? No, that's his. Oh, that's AlphaTauri in the pit lane. Sorry, excuse me. I couldn't see his dot for the minimap for a second. So
It's Shill back in the pits for AlphaTauri's 19th different wing of tonight's race.
was Dylan gonna have a look?
Oh, Cole's picked up his first 3-second time penalty. Dylan's gonna have a look.
I think Dylan's.
All the way down the straight. Who's gonna drive? Dylan's done this to Ross a couple of laps ago, and he's done it to Cole now.
Yeah, so Dylan back up to third after the disconnect. A very good
Now
job for
Dylan
him.
is going to be well aware that Phil is driving off into the sunset at the minute.
Yeah, he's going to want to get past as soon as possible. See Ross with the wing damage. It's just he's got to try not and drive into the back end.
I
Because
mean,
Ross is going to be
this
going
is
slower.
weird.
Is he going to try
Oh,
it?
Dylan, no, Dylan, no. Oh,
he's done it.
Goodness me. That is, well, that was maniac-like. What a move. Yeah, Ross was saying no, none of that.
Oh, and now here comes Cole.
Bumpy. That's got a bit bumpy. That was a bit silly from them too. Wait, is Dylan in the race? He's red Xing for me.
Oh, that might have been why, to be honest. The flag in sector. I think Sil might have binned it again. Yeah, Dylan's red X. I think that's why Ross sent it.
And
Yeah.
I think you're right about Sil, by the way.
Yeah.
He is having an absolute nightmare of an evening. Oh, he's out. He's out. Yeah, he's just locked up down into that right and he's out.
Safety car potentially?
Phil will not be a happy bunny.
No, in comes Ross.
If that comes about. I think Ross
on
is going to
mediums.
drive, by the way.
Yeah,
he is. Mediums. Here we go then. Can he get the interchange right again with another wing change?
Might as well try it. Still spraying
by
the
way,
pit lane.
Phil's gap is now 18.5 seconds.
Yeah, to be fair, Harry is now only 13 seconds behind with no penalties.
That's all them three mucking about.
Yeah.
They were all just driving into each other and fighting each other.
Alright, let's see. The rain has stopped, so Ross is...
The rain has stopped. There's 25 laps left. I think you can take the well, based on what we saw in the first stint, you can take the mediums to the end from here.
Yeah, from here definitely. The question is how much rain is still
how
on
much
the
grip
track.
is Ross going to have?
Yeah.
Ooh.
To be fair, it doesn't look bad.
But
It doesn't look too bad.
He's willing to use the overtake, so there must be something in it for those tyres.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know, Alex.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, maybe not.
He was braking super early right there. But everyone's following him. Liam, hards. Ryan Lear, mediums. What's Phil going to do?
I think Ross might just come in maybe a lap too early. Maybe if he came in the next one, it would have been fine.
I think now is the time, and yet Phil pulls to the left and into the pit lane. Will the other two follow him? We'll find out. I tell you what, by the way, Phil has somehow come out of this a huge, huge winner.
Yeah, obviously got the jump in the pit stops, and then from there they all had a little squabble, and he just stormed away.
Cole pulls over to the left into the pits, and Dylan follows. As DRS is enabled, the track must be dry enough according to race director. As all the cars following him go into the pits, Harry goes in, Tom goes in, and here comes Ross.
Hole, or is that?
Go under the tunnel, and no, it was that way around, wasn't it?
Yeah,
or
no,
it's
so
told
it's
that
just
drive past. There we go. Yeah. In different pit boxes.
Yeah. Wow,
Oh
where's
my
Ross?
lord! Look at the gap out front. That is not healthy all of a sudden.
21.3 seconds.
Ross? Here he comes. He definitely went a lap too early. However, he did have the wing damage, didn't he? And he's just picked up another 3 second time penalty. Give you a quick update on the penalties situation. We have got Phil 12 seconds, Cole 3, Dylan 9, Ross 12 seconds, Harry none. Tom is up to 6 seconds, Liam 12
Here comes
seconds.
Dylan, sorry to interrupt, round the outside.
No, not a problem.
And he's up into second.
Has he done it again on the outside?
Yeah, that's the third or
He
fourth
loves that
time.
move around the outside there. Alright, well, Dylan knows his job. 19.5 seconds behind Phil. He's got 3 seconds less penalties. He needs to gain 16 seconds in 24 laps.
It's going to be a hell of a job.
It's a task. It's a task. That is a task.
I mean, if Phil makes a mistake or gets some wing damage, it's more than capable. But
you've got that feeling Phil isn't going to push though. 100% ERS in the tank, and he's probably just going to save it and say, if Dylan gets close, I'll blast him out the water with my ERS.
yeah,
Well, I don't think Dylan's necessarily going to use his ERS either. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, Liam is on 12, Ryan Lear on 6, Kian on 12, Ryan Doran on 21, Aston on 9, and Richard Williams in P12 is on 3 seconds. Currently 20 seconds off the next car, but he's actually in a good position on penalties if he can get up to those boys. Could take a few, could jump a few. As Ryan picks up another cruising time penalty to move to 24 seconds.
Yeah, Harry in a moment will be getting 4th just because Ross has those 12 seconds worth of penalties. Obviously, Cole's only got the 3. Lap 38, he's still not a lot of penalties, so very good job.
He's doing a great job. I wonder if he's got any warnings. Let me take a quick look at that on the race now. Right to the top. Harry McQuillan. Well, according to my race director, he's picked up 3 warnings, but hasn't got a penalty, so one of them must have been for a collision. Or maybe even 2 of them for a collision. But I think he's on 2 warnings, so 1 more warning and he'll pick up his first penalty, but he's doing perfectly fine so far.
Well, at the rate he's going, he should end the race with 1 penalty. He's getting a warning roughly every 20 laps, so even if you take that into account, he'd still be getting 4th.
Oh, Ross, no, don't tell me you've just got damage from that. I'm sure Ross has just clipped that wall. I can't get a camera angle right now to tell me if he's got damage. He has, I think. He has got damage. Ross has done it again.
Ross seems to be his own problems at the moment.
Yeah, he's
twice now.
He's his own worst enemy right now, isn't he? I think Phil's realised. Yep, there, I was about to say, I think Phil's realised what Dylan's trying to do. And there is the fastest lap of the race from Phil.
38.1. Will he get the fastest point at the end?
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling Dylan's going to beat his fastest lap right about now when he crosses the line. And there it is, 38.0.
To be fair, we might see some people pit first off, so right at the end, maybe if they want a point or 2.
There's a few safe pit stops. I think Tom, currently in P6, has got a safe pit stop to the car behind. 28 seconds, I think that's about a safe pit stop around here. And he's also on the medium, so he'll probably gap. Yeah, he'll probably gap Liam more. So if he wants the softs later, he's probably in with a decent shout. I wonder if Ross is going to pit. It doesn't look like it. He's probably fed up of going in, to be honest.
If he pit, he will come out 6th, so he might just try hold it, because there's a bit of a gap to
12 seconds of penalties at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It might just be manageable for now.
He definitely isn't going to catch the boys in front anymore, that is for sure.
Yeah, I think you have to settle for P4, 5 or 6, depending on how the rest of this race unfolds. Unless we get, obviously, the safety car. Could throw everything up in the air.
Dylan's pushing his arse out as he does the fastest sector 2 of the race. But goes wide there into the first little chicane. I think Cole's going to be pushing as well, which he is, because he knows Cole will know the penalty situation.
Oh yeah, Liam's just got some wing damage. I was just flicking through and I saw a bit of debris fly off. Unfortunately, Liam's hit a wall somewhere, so he's going to have to get rid of these hards. He's got no front right end plate at all.
Alpha Tauri have struggled on the wing supply today. Sil must have eaten through about 10 on his own.
Yeah. They've probably gone through 15.
Probably, mate.
Only on lap 40. Might eat through a couple more still. I mean, Phil being the lead is good for your constructor fight as well. Obviously, it's very, very close in there with the McLarens, and I think it's McLaren, Red Bull, and the Williams or the Racing Point's the lead. I think it's the Mercedes, the Red Bulls, and the McLarens all very, very close together. So him currently winning and getting more points than them.
I think they're all about 80 points off Racing Point.
Yeah.
Like that.
Obviously, Dylan kind of carrying that, but yeah, it's details. As long as you've got points on the board, I don't think you really care who scores them all. Unfortunately, this race is slowly turning into a bit of a
it's
stalemate.
Slowly dwindling out, isn't it?
Yeah, you kind of got Keane and Ryan on track in a moment, but Ryan's on older mediums, so 6 lap holder, he might struggle to try to keep with him. He's in DRS, which might just help him pull along. Apart from that, everyone's kind of 2, 3, 4 seconds away from each other. Not too much going on at the moment with 20 laps to go. We wouldn't mind a safety car right about now, just to bring everyone closer together.
I think there's certain people out there that wouldn't thank you for that, mate.
Yeah, yeah. Devon and Phil would
I think
not
Harry
want one.
would.
Yeah, Harry would.
Harry
Love
would
one.
count his lucky stars for that.
Harry, and then maybe Tom as well. He's only got like the 3, maybe 6
Tom,
seconds left.
have a quick look, mate. Six seconds. Cole as well, to be fair, because he's only got 3, yeah.
Keane and Ryan having a little squabble.
Seen these boys go out a bit. Oh dear me, that is nice driving from the pair of them.
Keane's going to just stay ahead for now, obviously. This is a battle for only 1 or 2 points, and if you look at Ryan's penalties, I'd be quite surprised if he does in the race ahead of Keane.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised currently the difference. Oh, Dylan's picked up another 3 second. He's going to have to beat Phil on track at the minute. And that makes Cole's life even easier.
Yeah, Cole at the moment
sets the fastest lap of the race.
Cole at the moment only 5 seconds behind Dylan. He's got a 9-second penalty advantage there, so he's looking at pretty good for P2 at the moment.
He'll probably be pretty miffed that they let Dylan get away. Let Phil get away.
Yeah, it's unfortunately just one of those things that happens. While they were all fighting, he just capitalised on it.
Yeah, the penalty difference. Oh, I was about to say the penalty difference is 9 seconds, but it's not. That makes it 12 seconds, the penalty difference between Ryan and Keane. 12 seconds in Keane's favour, so Ryan's going to have to do something spectacular, I think, to finish this one in front of Keane.
Yeah, almost need to pass him and then accidentally
I don't know
just
if
put
you've
him in the
noticed,
wall.
but Liam's not bothered going to the pits either. He's just carrying on round. He's 30. I think he's probably thinking, I've got a... Oh no, he's only got a 5-second gap.
If he pits, he'll come out behind these two, actually.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
he'll be struggling. Well, he'll be out of points, I think. Oh, Ryan again. And picks up another 3-second time penalty. Liam.
Ryan through on Keane, up into 9th, so it's 2 points.
I wonder if he's pulled that move when they were letting Phil pass, because Phil's just lapped them. I wonder if Ryan's played a cheeky little...
I think he might have done. I do think he might have done.
As they were letting Phil pass. Ian's probably thinking, right, okay, I'll do the same to you then when Dylan and the rest of them turn up.
Can Keane
Ryan's
stay with
probably
him?
thinking, give me that DRS. I don't think he got it off Phil though.
Keane's already dropped around 6 tenths back, and he had the help of DRS's off the exit at turn 2 and 3. It didn't look the most stable. I think he's struggling a little bit here. DRS is really helping him reel back in. It's back within. No.
Oh, Harry on Ross. The damage, maybe. I'm guessing the damage is. Yeah. Oh no, Ross is. No, yeah, Ross has still got damage. Yeah, that's killing Ross. Harry could. Could Harry catch these? Could Harry catch Cole? The no penalties. Could he pull himself right back into this? What's he got? 18 laps. The cat 8 seconds, 8 and a bit seconds. Well, he only needs to be within 3 seconds of him or whatever it is. I'm sure it's 3 seconds.
5 seconds. 5 seconds in what? 17, 16 laps is.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, 17, 18 laps is
18
more doable.
18 laps. Yeah, 5 point whatever it is. 5.3 seconds.
It's doable. It's doable.
He's also got 5 lap fresher tyres as well.
Yeah. Harry could, towards the end of this race, just sneak into a podium.
Yeah, they've done a good job there from 30 seconds back at one point.
Yeah. Very good job.
Ross is definitely starting to struggle, isn't he?
Yeah, Tom only 2.7 seconds behind him. He might go pit. Maybe he's just going to wait for the
He's got
softs.
a free pit stop, and I mean, his penalties is going to end up putting Tom in front of him anyway, so he's probably maybe just waiting out for a soften, like you say.
Yeah.
And
Goes that
hope to take
lap.
the fastest lap right at the end, yeah. Oh wait, Phil?
Huh? I guess. I think he. I think the thinking is here that I don't know. But track position. Did he get some damage? He's going to come out behind Harry.
What has just gone off?
Did he get some damage? And he got a 5-second penalty for crossing the white.
Penalty for crossing the white line. What has he just done?
Surely he's got some damage there. Surely.
He must have. Oh, he's just got more.
Oh.
He's out.
Oh.
He's out.
That's
How has he managed
frustration.
that?
Safety car. Full course safety car.
Full course safety car. Fill out the race. Ross just into the pits on that lap for a new wing and new softs.
Oof.
Ross is going to lead the race, isn't he, I think?
He's on 7-lap-old softs though. He doesn't have a fresh set.
Yeah, they're used. That's weird. Oh no, Ross is going to struggle. Ross is going to... Oh, mate. Do you know who could win this now?
Harry. Yeah, Harry's in a very, very good position.
Harry could win the race after being 30 seconds back in P5. Gonna take to the Discord, see if I can get some answers off Phil.
I think my guess is he got damaged, then got more damage as he hit the wall going onto the straight, and then he just got frustrated and looked like he kind of just swiped over to the right, to be honest with you, but I'm not too sure. Might have just lost the back end, but almost looked like he just kind of crashed it in frustration.
Gonna try and squeeze a few answers out of him. I can't believe that's ended up happening to him.
Right then. So pretty much everyone apart from Cole has come in for the softs, so that's interesting. I would have thought Cole would have come in, but yeah, Harry, he gets past Dylan in a very, very good position to win this race with 15, 16 laps to go. Punches everyone right back up, so we take a quick look at penalties. Obviously Cole just a free, to be fair. That might be his thinking, but I would have thought you
Ross? What's Ross just done?
Oh,
What is going off?
where's that? That's sector 1? Is that exactly where Phil's binned it?
I think so.
It is, he's hit the wall on. Oh my, okay. He's hit the wall
How's he
on
done that under the safety car?
I guess he just...
What is going on?
Oh, and Ryan's just been disqualified. Ignoring yellow flags. We are down to what, 8, 9?
I'm not sure if Ryan has been disqualified.
No.
Oh, he has.
No,
Right down
yeah.
to the bottom of the...
Hey, we're down to
What is
9.
going off?
Down to 9 runners. Suddenly, Aston, who was 3 minutes behind, is going to get 2 points. It proves you keep going. What the? I don't know what just happened.
Well, now all of a sudden, Cole's leading the race. For some reason, hasn't pitted. Harry looks like he could probably win the race. As Cole... No, that's not Cole that heads to the pits. It's Kian that heads to the pits. What's gone off, Alex?
That's been a hectic couple of laps.
I mean, I got an answer off Phil. He did get damaged, and that's why he pitted. And then he said he just couldn't get the car to turn. He got... And that's why he got the 5 second. And then he said he got damaged again and lost the rear end on the exit of turn 4. That was a nightmare stop, basically.
Yeah, and then that's kind of just triggered a big old chain reaction. Ross has binned it, and then Ryan's got disqualified.
This is insane.
So once these kind of bottom 3 that have been lapped a couple of times overtake them, we're down to just the 9 runners. We're still 15 laps to go. Oh, Tom had damage as well, so the safety car was perfect for him. He's only got 6 seconds worth of penalties as well. Dylan is probably the biggest loser out of this safety car.
Well, I mean, he's probably... Yeah, it's Tom and Ryan. Well, not Ryan. I'm guessing Ryan has been lapped, I think. Maybe not. Unless they catch up to safety car now, I'm not too sure. But Tom, if he can definitely stay there, could possibly jump.
Oh no, Tom's just got wing damage. He's just drove into the back of Harry.
Oh my god, what is going off? And then Richard's drove into the back of Tom, I think.
Oh no.
Can't quite see yet. Yeah, Richard also got damage and he's overtaking, which I'm pretty sure that's what Ryan just got disqualified for. So this could be interesting. What am I seeing here? What am I seeing? I'm sure this is what Ryan just got disqualified for.
Yeah, there you
just
go.
been disqualified.
Oh no.
I say no more. I could say no more. That is exactly what Ryan was disqualified for. And Richard is next on the list. We have 8. We've just dropped from 12 to 8 in about 3 laps.
What has just happened?
What is going off?
Please no one else in the lap cast.
And now, just to make things more interesting, Harry McQuillan has picked up a 5-second time penalty for the collision with Tom, for Tom running to the back of him. Cole Taylor is sat in the lead of the race with the least penalties on the grid.
The problem is he's on those mediums.
He's got mediums.
Yeah. Oh, what has just gone on? So really, to be fair, Harry or Ryan are now in a pretty good spot to win this. How's Ryan, who's made 7 stops, 4th? Oh my god, okay. Do you remember when Ryan was like a lap down after like 5 laps and he pitted like 6 times?
He'd done 3 stops in 8 laps. And he's now P4, just, 3 seconds off the lead of the race under a safety car with 6 seconds of penalties on fresh softs. He's got every chance of passing. He's in front of him. What is going on?
I think the only issue for Ryan is he's got 2 lap cars ahead of him on the safety car restart. He's got Aston and he's got Kian in his way.
This is madness. This is absolutely mad.
Right, I think we're just waiting on Aston to catch up as well, and then hopefully we'll have safety car in this lap. Then we'll have around 13, 14 laps.
Things have just gone
mayhem.
crazy.
Is there anyone in Dylan's way? No. Okay, the front 3 all together. It's just 2 cars from 3rd to 4th. Hopefully Kian and Aston can get out of the way fairly soon. The problem is, no matter what kind of restart Ryan gets, he's going to be at least 2 or 3 seconds down, which is not going to be good.
If you can catch it before DRS is reinstated, safety car in this lap. So here we go.
Cold on the restart needs warm mediums. It's going to be interesting. I think
can't believe
Dylan
he's
and
not
Harry.
pitted, you know.
Yeah,
I thought he'd have been aware of the penalty situation around him and gone in. Because the only one he really had to worry about was Harry, and Harry's ended up... I mean, obviously, in hindsight, he never knew that he was going to get the 5-second penalty, but you'd have thought he'd have wanted it to be on fresh softs to try and gap Harry.
Yeah, here we go then.
But this is the choice he has made, so let's see what happens.
Where
Cole
will Cole
Taylor
go?
leading the race, 14 laps left. Penalties all throughout the field. We've dropped from 12 to 8 within 2 laps.
And off he goes.
And he's off.
Oh, he's just... Yeah. Oh, and he's spun!
He's gone round.
Oh.
What's going off? What is happening? What are we witnessing?
What a crazy restart. Right, luckily for Ryan, those lap cars gone out of the way. He's not lost too much time, to be fair.
Is Ryan Lear suddenly about to win this race? If he can...
To be fair, Tom is all over the back of him.
6. So those 2 are on 6 seconds. Harry's 8 because he's just picked up 3 seconds.
Oh, here comes Tom.
So if they're within...
He's going to go for the inside.
Tom or Ryan,
Not
if
quite.
these 2 don't battle, those 2 are in the prime position to win the race.
Yeah, very much so. This
has just gone mad. Ryan Lear's done so many stops.
Tom's got such a good run though.
Stops.
He's using overtake, and I think he's going to go up the inside and up into 3rd.
I wonder if Tom knows what he has to do here. He just has to be within 2 seconds of Dylan, basically. Sorry, 2 seconds of Harry, and he's won the race.
Doesn't have to go for anything stupid.
I'm
Nothing
pretty sure
crazy.
Tom's listening to the stream, so he probably already knows that now.
Yeah.
This is going to be mad. If Harry can't get past Dylan, there's no way he's going to break 2 seconds for Tom. Surely Tom can just... Well, I don't know. It's at 1.5, so it's going to be interesting. But...
Yeah, but he can just get within Harry's DRS and just sit there. He is more than fine.
Oh, absolutely.
Still 13 laps to go. Coming up to 12, 13 laps to go. As Dylan says, fastest lap of the race. Still anything could happen. This is the thing.
Literally, yeah. We're calling this like there's not long to go.
Yeah.
The way the last 5 laps have gone, anything could happen in the next 12. This is insane. This is absolutely insane.
Dylan needs to pull out of Harry's DRS, and it's what he's managed to do. He's got a 1.1 second
Dylan
gap
only,
at the moment.
To be fair, Dylan only needs 4 seconds.
He needs 4 seconds to Harry. The problem, yeah, depends how big of a gap.
6 to those to Tom. I wouldn't even look to throw my money on anymore. This has got absolute. This is just. This is bizarre, berserk. It's mad.
Oh, I still think I'd say Tom's probably still just in the best position to win, but as these laps go on,
he has to get in. I think he has to get in Harry's DRS.
Yeah. As these laps go on, if Dylan does start pulling away,
Tom has to be within. Yeah, Tom has to be within 6 seconds of Dylan to pass Dylan.
Tom's got within Harry's DRS. Will he try overtake him, or will he just sit there?
What would you do? Because I don't know.
I would sit there and...
Oh, Tom's got damage.
Ooh,
Tom's got damage.
No.
And it's like that on the front left.
Oh, no.
This cannot be happening.
Doesn't he have a chance?
I don't even know anymore.
DRS has just been enabled, so... Here we go.
Oh, Tom's going to be kicking himself.
Nice able to hold on for a podium.
Ryan's outside the 2 seconds to Harry to pass Harry. Right now it's Harry.
Yeah.
It's suddenly become Harry from 30 seconds back in P5. Harry looks like the man to win the race. I mean, I'm guessing Tom's going to try his best to keep within 2 seconds, but with damage,
it's going to be very, very hard.
Happening.
Yeah.
I can't see that happening.
He almost needs to hope that Harry catches up to Dylan and for some reason they fight.
Yeah, but would Harry be so stupid?
I don't think so.
Does he know? That's the other... Well, I suppose you can easily ask Jeff, he should know.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jeff
should
will give
know
him the
what
answers.
he's doing from here. This has just been completely flipped on its head.
Yeah.
The race has just been completely flipped on its head.
We had kind of 5-6 laps in the middle where it was slowly starting to, you know, kind of settle down. There wasn't too much going on, and then suddenly, around lap 42, 43, everything just kind of kicked off all at once. And now these last 10 laps, 11 laps, it's just going to be hectic. We might not know who's going to win right until the final couple laps, as Dylan's just kind of keeping that 1.3 second gap, and he's not being able to pull out too much at the minute.
Matt Goodyear's just collared me on the Discord and said, chances are, if Harry doesn't pit and gets the 5 seconds added on, he could probably get it removed because he didn't do anything wrong, really, did he? He just got ran into.
Is that what the penalty was for, like a collision at the back?
Yeah, it was when Tom ran into him, into the back of him. So I wonder if that'll come into play. Yeah. I don't know. Harry's probably not thinking about that, though.
I mean, he can just win it straight out anyway, and that won't even matter. I mean, barring he doesn't get any more penalties. Let me check how many warnings he's got after his penalty.
He's got 1 warning since his penalty, so he'd need to get another 2 in however many laps. 10 laps. Barring him getting another penalty, I'm pretty confident he should be alright here.
Yeah, he's kept this gap at around 1.4. Pretty much this whole time, 1.3, 1.4.
Feel sorry for Tom. Could have won the race. However, he has still come up to 3rd from the back of the grid.
Yeah. Probably still get potentially a driver of the day anyway.
Yeah, I can't see him dropping back from 3rd, personally.
Yeah, no, even with
Not
damage,
Ryan... situation behind him.
Yeah, Ryan just can't catch, unfortunately.
The one man that must be kicking himself in the shins has got to be Cole.
Yeah,
he had the chance to set the pace. He could have pit anything. The one thing he didn't want to do was the one thing he did.
Yeah, which was...
And that was throw it round in a circle on the very first corner of the restart.
Yeah, didn't even get to turn 1 on the restart. Spun on the last corner.
Yeah, that is a real shame for Cole.
Guessing the rears just were too cold. Didn't get them warm completely, and just round it went.
I mean, he's going to pass Liam on penalties. That is for absolute definite. He needs to be within 6 seconds of Ryan Lear, which right now he's not, and he's probably going to struggle to do on these old mediums.
Yeah. My computer's deciding to, I don't know.
Is it having a mini fit, mate?
Yeah, I apologise, on stream the frames are dropping a little bit. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but my computer's having a little fit at the moment. Just noticed.
Have you bought the new Football Manager, my friend?
Yes, I have. Not played loads of it, but...
I haven't touched it yet, either, mate, to be honest. Hey, it's coming to Xbox, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember seeing something on Twitter about that, yeah. I think you're right on that.
Have you purchased yourself a Series X or a Series S?
Nah, I'm probably going to wait like a couple, maybe like 6-7 months, wait for like the proper... Yeah. I'll probably wait until, like, to be honest, like the next FIFA and the next F1 and then get
when the actual next gen games come out.
Yeah. Right
it's
now,
a heck of a lot of money, isn't it, to move up when you can still play the same games.
I don't need... It's not a need at the moment, you know.
Harry's within the RS.
Yeah, I think he's got this in the bag, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, barring a mistake, which we've seen plenty of tonight, don't get me wrong, I think this one is in the locker. He can put this one in the trophy cabinet, but then again, 8 laps, you never know.
It'd be slowly...
if close to another penalty.
It'd be slowly kind of eating into Dylan's championship lead as well, as Cole's got past Liam for P5.
He is actually. He has been. Well, recently, I'm pretty sure Harry's won. He won 4 on the bounce, didn't he? Maybe a little while back. Like
yeah, I remember there was a run from like, I think it was like over France, like Silverstone, that kind of period. He won quite a few in a row. So
Dylan's only 1 warning off a. Dylan's only 1 warning off, going up to 15 seconds to be fair. So. As Thomas picks up another penalty.
On lap 54 61. Ooh, yellow flag in
sector 3. Who's that? I couldn't quite see one, to be quite frank. Unless it was Keane, because he's dropped a little bit off the back of Aston.
He's got wing... Oh, I think it was Liam. He's got wing damage.
He's had that all the time. Oh no, he's pitted since, hasn't he? And then he goes again.
Yeah. So another Alpha
wing damage. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that was probably Liam. Yeah, that's quite bad wing damage. Another Alpha wing. And he got 5 seconds into the pit lane. He is having an absolute... Those Alphas have had an absolute nightmare of it tonight.
The thing is, it's not really going to matter, because Aston...
It's not going to change a thing. I'm pretty sure Aston's a lap down on him, isn't
he? Yeah, he is. So it doesn't really matter, as long as he just makes it through. A gap at the front. Still around 1.3.
A couple of people in the Discord actually reckon that Cole might not be out of this. They reckon the softs are going to die around about now.
Really?
Well, I'm not agreeing. I don't think Cole could be in this. Not with 6
But
seconds
his
of penalties.
mediums are going to surely also be dying. So like.
How many laps has he done on them now?
21.
He's done 21 laps on them.
Yeah, we saw people go like
20.
25, 26. By the time he gets to the end, they're going to be on what, lap 27? So
yeah, they're gonna be fairly old, and I mean he's got some catching.
even
up to
though
do.
yes,
I mean,
his softs are going, right?
He'd need to catch 19, 13, about 14 seconds on Dylan to be in with a chance in 7 laps. I really can't see that happening. Oh, Tom picks. Cole has picked up a place as Tom goes into the pits for a wing change. On goes the fresh wing and the fresh softs. Tom probably going to try and steal himself an extra point for the fastest lap of the race right at the end. There's every chance Cole could possibly still finish on the podium. I'll give him that because he's got 3 seconds less penalties, so he only needs to be within 3 seconds. So if he can catch Ryan, well, about 6 seconds in 6 laps. But again, I still think the softs are probably the better tyre right now. Matt is typing, so he's probably going to tell me something now.
I think it's maybe right towards the end of the race.
Didn't realise he's been on them this long, to be fair. Yes, Matt, he has been on those tyres quite a while.
I think it's
22 laps now, to be precise.
It's going to come down to how much they go off right at the end. I think from what I remember seeing from the strategy, the softs went like 13, 14. So
these boys are going to take them like 15, 16.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to. Towards the end, yeah, they're going to be off, but I don't think it'll be horrible.
Hello, Harold, maybe? Harry on Dylan all of a sudden.
Yeah, he brought this gap down out of nowhere.
Get a slide on, Harry. Get a slide on. Do you think Harry fancies the pride of winning it on track? We're about to find out.
I think if he's in this gap with a couple laps to go, he might try it. He might go for it.
I can appreciate it looks nice winning on track, but you wouldn't want to go for it and make a big mistake.
No, a win's a win at the end of the day, don't really matter how.
Correct. Ah, dear me, it's been a late one tonight, mate.
Yeah, 20. We're normally done like half an hour ago or so.
Tom put in the stream chat, I'm not exactly in the championship, so let's have a go at the fastest lap. As Liam sets the fastest lap of the race with a 36.8.
See what Tom can do. He's on his lap now. In the middle
Here he is on his first push lap. He hasn't got a great amount of overtake left. He enters my favourite section of the track. Lay the power down with the overtake. See how quick he is through this sector? Yep, that's the purple sector. 5.5 tenths up. Will be fairly close to the lap. How much can he gain through sector 3 that could beat the fastest lap of the race?
I've been very surprised if he doesn't get fast. I start looking at how the snap's gone so far.
Well, we're about to find out through the penalty corner and down towards the fast flying left-hander. Over he goes across the line, and that's going to be a 36 flat. 8 tenths up on what I believe was the previous fastest lap. Yeah.
Harry's still kind of within this 6 tenths gap or so.
I think Harry might be playing the game, to be honest. I don't think I think he's well aware he doesn't need to pass him.
Yeah.
could be wrong, but you never know. You never know.
To be fair, it does look like Ryan will be getting that podium spot as well, which is just kind of mental between
Yeah,
where
it
it
does.
was.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. He's done 7 stops. 7 stops, and he's beat. I mean, Harry's done 5 stops, and he's going to win the race.
Yeah. Oh, big mistake from Dylan, and Harry nearly smashed into the back of him.
Jesus Christ, how did he keep that at the back of him?
That would have been a bit of a sad way to lose it, potentially. We got wing damage. Not really his own fault. Luckily, he stopped in time. Keep pushing him along. Return 2
I
and
think
3.
Harry's might fancy a go soon.
Yeah, I'm with you on
I think
that.
he might be a little bit bored of this.
You put it in overtake momentarily, just get a good exit. He's going to see how much he can gain with just DRS.
Oh, I think he's just showing himself, making Dylan aware that he's there, which I'm pretty sure Dylan will be well aware of.
Yeah. Got 3.5 laps to go. Ooh, Ryan.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there's 3 attempts in that between the 2 Red
wait.
Bulls. There's 3 attempts in that.
Ryan might have just thrown away that. Oh, yeah, you're right. Cole just needs to be within 6 seconds now. Ryan might have just thrown away that that podium spot that he'd gained. Might see Cole step on the podium for the Red Bulls.
Yeah, either way, one of the Red Bulls is getting there.
Probably will.
That's a very good point scoring for the...
Yeah, they're doing well. There's only 1 car for most teams out there, and Red Bull's currently got 2 cars out on track, P3 and P4. And it looks fairly certain that they're going to finish in that order.
Yeah, that's what, 27 points.
Well, not that order, but those 2 positions.
I'm gonna quickly, just because it's not gonna. Actually, I'll wait to see if Harry.
Oh, Dylan's picked up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be that then. That will be that. Very unlike these boys to pick up so many penalties.
Yeah, I think it's just Singapore is obviously.
It's a horrible track.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Liam on 23, Ryan Doran was on probably 24, maybe even 27 before he retired.
Oh, here comes Harry. I have the inside line.
Is it
and
the
into
one?
the DRS
Is
straight.
this the one? Is this the one? Dylan is not holding that there, but can he cut it back? He's going to do his best, but there's not going to be any space there, I don't think. Right?
No, and Harry into the lead then. He wants to win it on track, even though he was ahead on penalties, and he's going to do that as long as he can keep ahead these 2.5 laps or so.
The 2 championship, well, the 2 boys top of the championship currently, top of the race. Harry on top, who has been on top quite recently, so he's trying to cut that gap to Dylan.
Yeah, but I'm going to quickly switch over to the constructors here. As you can see, Red
25.
Yeah, Red Bull were going to jump all the way up into 3rd there. They're going to go from 5th to 3rd in the constructors. McLaren not scoring any points. Mercedes not scoring any points.
Nope.
It's going to be good for them.
I don't know if Dylan looks like he's struggling. He's already 1.5 seconds outside Harry's. Well, sorry, he's 1.5 seconds down on Harry.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything crazy to be fair.
By the
race was already
Kind
lost.
of looks like Cole would have done the job even if Ryan didn't get that last penalty. He is now within 3-second gap.
Yeah, 2.7 seconds. So Cole will definitely be on that podium.
He's done well to get right back in there. He'll be disappointed not to be close to the top, but he's done well to get back into contention for a podium, barring any mistakes right at the end.
Considering he dropped down to 6th after the safety car restart when he spun, I think he'd take a 3rd place still.
And it looks like after all this, it's going to be a bit of an anticlimactic finish, mate.
Still
Another
overall
good
been a
race.
very good race, yeah.
Yeah, it has. We've had a fair few firecrackers recently. I mean, the last 20 laps, I don't know what happened in that 5-lap spell, but holy Jesus Christ.
That was hectic.
Sync Nation's tuning in, that's a lot of DNFs. You are not wrong. 2 DSQs, followed by 10 DNFs, I believe, maybe 9. Let me do the maths here. 9 DNFs, 2 DSQs.
Matt says at least they have working
Matt
Xboxes.
says at least they have working Xboxes. A little bit of a dig at our very own Cal, who unfortunately does not have a working Xbox.
Well, working Xboxes are overrated anyway.
Yeah, who is one of them? All you do is get sucked into driving around for nothing on Tuesday nights, eh? Like us lot.
Yeah. Cole could get this on track actually, you know.
He could. He very well could. This is the last lap, if I'm not wrong, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
So. He's waltzing it home. 3.5 seconds now in front of Dylan. Cole fancies it, you know. Here he goes. He fancies it. He says, "Come on, Ryan. I'll have that spot, my very good friend. Can he get it stopped? He can." And I think that'll do for Cole. He gets back up to P3 on track. He ain't going to get much further than that. Wait, hang on. Is there a chance that Tom could do Ryan? He's to be within 3 seconds.
There actually is. There's a very good chance.
He's within it.
Yeah. Fair play.
Where has he just come from?
It's just those fresh softs, obviously, just so much quicker. When he's been on those softs for 18, they're going to be screaming at this point.
They are going to be screaming. You're not wrong, mate. Compared to Tom's, who are 5 laps old, that is game and match for Ryan. He's going to drop to P5, I think. Again, barring a mistake in these last few corners, but I think it's all said and done at the front as Harry approaches the final turn and wins the Singapore Grand Prix by a margin of 5 seconds as Dylan crosses the line, drops 15 seconds behind him. And Cole is going to take P3.
Yep, on track as well. Doesn't even get it on penalties, and Tom's got Ryan at the second last corner.
Tom's got Ryan on track. I mean, he caught 3 seconds in about a sector.
Yeah,
that's quite impressive.
Those softs must have been dead on Ryan's car.
Wait,
dead.
Cole did Dylan.
Wait, oh yeah.
What?
Oh, up to second. I didn't even realise that.
I was just about to say, well, the Red Bulls ended up with 3rd and 5th, not 3rd and 4th, but they've ended up with 2nd and 5th.
Yeah. Well, either way, they're not going to be complaining.
Not wrong.
Alright.
2 more cars across the line. Come on, Liam. There's one of them. And last but not least, just into sector 3. Kudos to those that have finished. I mean, they're all going to pick up points at least, no matter how far behind they've ended up finishing.
Yeah.
They've finished, unlike 11 others.
Oh, can you come on? We've been here long
Here,
enough.
my friend, it's 11:15. Take me to bed. Was that meant to be a donut? Oh, please retire. Please retire.
Oh, he's going to reverse across the line, okay. You know what? You do you.
I mean, yeah, you do you, my friend. There it is.
Right.
All over and done with.
Overall, a very good, entertaining Singapore Grand Prix. Definitely just tuned in towards the end. Definitely suggest go back and watch that because that was a good, entertaining one. We had an absolutely hectic 5-lap spell at some point, you know, towards the middle. Won't spoil it too much. But yeah, overall, very, very good race. Hopefully, we have more of the same next week. What's after Singapore? My mind is it
Russia.
Russia.
We will be heading to Russia.
Yay! My favourite, Russia. Woo!
That doesn't sound very confident.
No, I don't. I don't like Russia. Just
that is another penalty fest.
Yeah.
Russia is another penalty fest where everyone is concentrated on penalties. And it's not my favourite track either, to be quite frankly honest. It's a little bit boring. Everything happens down the two straights, and that's about it.
Just a quick stream apologies. My computer has decided to blow up for the last like 10 laps, and the frames were jumping all over the place. I don't know why it's done that. Hopefully, it's not my computer dying slowly, but if it is, that's a bit of a yikes. But yeah, fingers crossed. But there's small apologies about that. I think it's still fine. It wasn't awful, but
well, would you look at that? It's ended up the winner of the race. Harry has made 5 stops. Cole found his way back up to P2. I didn't even think he was going to jump Dylan. Dylan P3, Tom P4, Ryan P5, Liam P6, Aston 7, Ian 8, and everyone else absolutely nothing from this one.
yeah, all DNF, and then we had 2 DSQs
Two
as well.
DSQs, I think. Ryan Doran and Richard Williams picking up DSQs for trying to unlap themselves under the safety car, I think. Or maybe not even unlap themselves, but just get to the pits. One of the two. It wasn't having it, that is for sure.
Yeah, they tried it, but the game was like, nope.
What a mad race.
Right, well, hope to see a manager. I think this is one of the better streams we've had. I've just been keeping an eye on it. We've held pretty much, 10, 11 people on average at least. So thank you all for tuning in. Hope to see you all kind of same time next week, as per usual, 7:30.
Hopefully the game helps us out. Few less glitches.
Yeah,
we get finished a little bit earlier than 5 to 11, mate.
And then, yeah, full race normally gets away some point between 8:30 and 8:45-ish, depending on, obviously, lobby glitches and whatnot. So, see you all next week for Russia, and goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks very much, Alex.
Pleasure, mate.